Welcome to the show.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello.
We got a few minutes to kill
Hi.
here as we wait for Day. And Marina, looking beautiful as always. Thank you so much for joining us. Mark, you're looking every bit as beautiful too. So thank you for joining us as well. I'm so glad to see you guys tonight. You guys ready
Yeah, it's
for
good to see ya.
I've been thinking about this game the last 2 weeks, but really the last week since we had our behind the scenes and got some more clarity on it. I'm excited. Ready to go. Ready to do this. Any thoughts, Marina? What's going on? Well, we got a few minutes here. How have you been lately? What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to?
So I've been hyper fixated on audio logs and radio broadcasts that are within lore of different survival horror games. So, like the radio broadcast that's going on during the Raccoon City outbreak.
Yeah.
Like, there's these YouTube channels where it's got, like, what's happening in a xenomorph outbreak or like an ice age apocalypse or like a floral outbreak. And I just listened to one that was going on today that was gosh, I forget, Evil Dead, like the what happened in the cabin before the events of Evil Dead occurred. So it's really awesome. It's basically an audiobook that some amazing YouTube creators have created. And
that's
it's just,
awesome.
if you love horror, if you love.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Marina.
Oh, no.
She'll be back with us here shortly. But
And then no, it looks like Dayton's working on getting his way in here.
sounds good. We'll be starting relatively shortly here. Marina will be back. If you are in her Discord, check it out. She posts them all the time. They're very cool and fun to listen to, especially if you're into that like late 90s, early 2000s survival horror video game scene. I know I was. I think.
She's so talented.
Oh, yeah. So take a listen. Check it out. We got a bunch of projects coming up here soon, and I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about them while I got it so we don't got to cut into game time later. We got Table of Tales coming out soon. We're going to have a live viewing in our Discord here. Date to be determined. So join our Discord. You can be one of the first to see episode 1 with us and let us know what you think and your thoughts on it. We have a Cosmere live play coming very, very, very well. I shouldn't say that very because that makes it sound like next week. But soon. That's our next big project we're tackling, and Mark's going to be DMing it. He is the guru of the club when it comes to Cosmere, and I'm super excited to be taking on that adventure. And we got some other great shows on our YouTube. Play with me, play with us, where you can come on, stream with us in the Discord. We've been playing a lot of Helldivers lately. Super fun. The new Warbond's cool. Check out our YouTube for past episodes and also our How to Play. I got a new series that I've been working on. It's quick 1-minute episodes of myself just reading the rules in kind of a short format. Share them. They're all kid friendly, easy to learn, easy to
Very
bite.
easy to digest.
Yeah, bite-sized rules. So barely any over a minute. And you can learn how to play D&D from the toilet if you want. That's kind of was my plan, because that's, a good spot to learn your best board games. Anyways, go to our YouTube, check them out. Let us know what you think. I'll be making a lot more. Maybe let me know your ideas, what you want to see. I can make some more tutorial videos on tabletops if you guys are enjoying them. So go check them out. I want to do a big shout out real quick here to all of our partners, especially Adams Family Gaming. They are hosting all of our merch. Go check it out at Adams Family Gaming. That's Adams with a Z. That's etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. Search for DDC and you'll find our merch there. We got t-shirts and hoodies there. I normally wear them on the stream, but today I am Valen in flesh. So, he trumps the awesome merch they have there, unfortunately. Go check it out, buy some. Let them know Big Mash You and the DDC sent you, or let them know Valen sent you, or let them know Jade Fox sent you, whoever. Now go check out Mythical Meats too and pick up some of these great beef stick snacks here. I got one I'm gonna be munching on tonight. It's Trailblazer Treat. It's hickory smoked venison with beef stick, and it looks delicious. These are made by Mythical Meats and sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, so they're all like authentic D&D snacks, and they're delicious. So make sure you check them out and give them a try. A big shout out to Eldritch Foundry for helping us make all of our minis for Table of Tales when we get together and do our live shows. You can use GDC Live for 15% at checkout also with them. Big shout out to D&D Adventure Club for Table of Tales and providing all the material for them. It's going to be a great episode tonight. I'm sure there's some more partners and people along the way we've worked with that I'd love to do a shout out to, and I will try to remember them all. But big shout out to the most important partner in this whole thing. That is you, the viewer. So thank you to all of you guys tuning in, watching me play games, watching us play games, watching us play some D&D, and just be silly. It's great fun to see everyone kind of engage in the Discord and on YouTube and Twitch. So wherever you're watching, sit back and relax. We got a great episode for you tonight. It's Chapter 3, Episode 2. I'm excited. So, Mark, you got anything for us while we wait here?
Nothing really. I think Dayton's just waiting for his moment to break in here in a second. So I think I'll do our recap, and then we'll do introductions, and we'll jump into it.
Big disclaimer here. It is Alex's son's birthday tonight. So big shout out to Alex and his son. I'm not going to say his name, but happy birthday to him. I hope they're having a lot of fun. The last I heard, they were trying the new Lego D&D set tonight with the family. I'm sure at work tomorrow I'm going to hear all about it. Anyways, big shout out to Alex, but even bigger shout out to, I almost said his name. Even bigger shout out to his son. I hope he's having a great birthday. Sorry, I want to throw that in there before we got too far and everyone's like, where's Alex?
Yeah, 100%. All right, so last time on first introductions. I am your humble DM, Mark. I have spruced up the Light of Xerxes module into something a little bit bigger, a little bit more in depth, with a little more politicking, and just a lot more going on in general, including an entirely new area that I call the Great Belt. The Great Belt is something that we will explore more as we go. And right now they're on the edge of the Great Belt at a place called Kaiser Dome. So, last time on Echo of the Astral Sea, our last session, our party was on approach to Kaiser Dome. They were first approached, however, by a group called the Brothers of Grey. Just prior to this, Tin Man and Nico recognized that they needed to not have Velen out in the open and suggested that Boswell take over as emissary to the Brothers of Grey. Boswell agreed, stating that his boss had dealings with them, so he was, of course, the natural choice. Jade assisted Velen with a mask in the shape of an obscuring fencer's mask and allowing Velen to avoid outing his identity. Taking it a step further, Velen pretended to be mute. The apparent leader of the Brothers of Grey, Auric the Plate, had some questions. He asked if they'd seen someone named Sable, and asked after the disappearance of a ship called the Scylla Black. He also asked after a pair of Gith Zerai, but offered no explanation as to why any of these questions were important. Wise to the idea of leaving one's captain to do all the talking, Auric took Boswell into custody and questioned the rest of the party. Once he'd said his piece, he turned and began departing with his ship. Jade had other plans, however, and with an acknowledgement from the crew, leapt overboard to tail and infiltrate the ship. Malik Haverstance then boarded, stepping off his jammer bike, older brother to Miken Haverstance, whom the group had met at the academy. He asked the necessary questions and chatted with the crew before leading them towards Kaiser Dome. He found a berth for them, despite Nico's awkward attempts at telepathic conversation, and suggested that they start getting people offloaded. Meanwhile, Tin Man kept an eye on the brothers' ship. Inside, Jade snuck her way past some guards, leaving some listening Halabors before picking up on conversation between two of the brothers. They spoke about contracts and how there was a recent one, However, House Jennymead seemed to snap it up before House Leken, leaving them frustrated, and their leader looking for a way to get their hands on said contract. Furthermore, Jade had heard a quieter conversation, one between three individuals. In Oric's cabin, Jade noticed Oric, Boswell, and a blonde woman who spoke with a sneer. She wore simple but finely fashioned clothes, but they could do little to hide the telltale look of her eyes, black sclera and gold irises, the eyes of Zix, native only to Zerix's space and the royal family, meaning she could be none other than Princess Zedali. She told Oric to finish things up here before departing. Oric took his sword from the table and lifted it, reciting Boswell's death sentence and attempting to carry out said sentence. Jade, however, lunged into action and tackled Boswell to the ground, casting darkness on the unsuspecting paladin. He cleared his blindness a moment later and resisted Jade's attempt to charm him. Oric began to glow before the back panel of his cabin exploded. As we pick up, Jade, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Do I still have inspiration?
You do still have your inspiration. Not that you'll need it. So with a 20 on your Constitution save, the explosion washes over you as the back of the ship sort of implodes. And the debris is flung past you. You see it pinging and then knocking Oric around as he comes back down to his feet. And he seems to fall forward after a moment. And on the where the wall was a moment ago, you can see what looks to be the beginning of a war zone. The fresh air rushes in of Kazerdone, and outside you can see the small area where the ship is docked, and Boswell is at your side trying to pull you out of the open hole in the ship. You see several folks outside with weapons drawn, fighting off something off to the side that you cannot yet see. One is knelt with a crossbow leveled at something off to the left from where you can see here. I need to bring you over to the map. I apologize. Here we go. So you can see yourself and Boswell at the lower right part of the map here. The wooden area there is the back of the ship that you would be pulled out of a moment later. And you can see two knights or two folks in armor fighting off something a little more concerning. This hulking creature is coated in a crimson red skin that seems to fall and flail in ways that a natural individual might not, immediately giving lie to that this is some sort of aberration. You see as the two knights that are closest to it, one lays in with a crossbow, and it seems to ignore it entirely as it is holding another of the knights in front of it, sort of draping over the knight's head as you hear muffled screams and crunching bone before the body goes limp in his arms and drops to the ground. You can see several corpses already here having made the same treatment. This is what's called an Eater of Knowledge. What would you like to do?
What can I see is immediately around me? Is this just an open area?
It is an open area. It seems to be a spot for them to set down their ships.
How tall is that fence?
That fence is about 5 feet.
And there's just two
Stone.
warriors. There's nobody else. That's it. Okay.
You can see an opening behind the Eater of Knowledge that goes out further, but right now you see two bodies on the ground and two moving bodies.
Those are Oryx men?
You're
Who are
not
these
sure,
people?
but considering that They seem to be wearing similarly colored armor, but they are less armored up. They seem to be wearing half plate and otherwise fatigues instead of the full plate that the paladins wear. Perhaps recruits, perhaps guards.
Can I do a history check to
Sure.
get an understanding of what they are?
Absolutely. With a 12 in history, it stands to reason that being in the area here and judging by the symbolism on their gear, they are very likely either lower ranking or recruits of this chapter of the Brothers of Grey.
To my direct right, past Boswell, is just a 5-foot wall, even though it doesn't go, even though I don't see it in the map.
Correct, this is an enclosed area.
Boswell, we need to get out of here. I would suggest we sneak off to the right and just evade that big giant thing and these men.
You're telling me? Yes, we should be about it. Let's go. Remind me, it has been less than 10 minutes since you used your pass without a trace. Would that still be in effect?
So I cast 2 spells since my pass without a trace. I don't want to be a stickler, but I don't think it's active anymore.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. So Boswell is going to turn and start running this way. He's going to go as far as his little feet can carry him. And go ahead and make your moves, attacks, what have you.
Yeah, I'm going to follow suit, evading, following right behind him.
All right. Go ahead. Okay, cool. You do have access to your... are you doing anything else on your turn?
Not at the moment. I'm just running. I think that's appropriate.
Right. I would like you to quickly make an initiative, or roll for initiative, please. And then we're going to go over to Tin Man and Valen. Thank you.
And
Can I use my roll? I'm just joking. Going ahead.
so I saw the giant explosion out the back of the ship.
Correct. You are about, I believe if memory serves, I got it noted here, you're about 900 feet away and about 200 feet off the ground.
Okay. On kind of like a different deck of the landing bay.
Sort of. You're in a tree-like structure that is a structure that lets people walk down it, but it is where the ships settle. So it's like a parking garage for ships.
Sounds good. As I see the explosion and I see it was down by the ship Marina is on, I'm gonna make my way and yell for Tin Man, "Hey, follow up! We got some trouble!" And kind of hastily jump over the railing, kind of take my laser pistol out and kind of get ready, like doing not parkour because you can't really parkour in armor and stuff. I'm not like that type of guy, but I'm trying to move quickly. If there's a door, I'll run through it, type energy, not wait to open it.
Yeah.
And
just to confirm, Tin Man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm following behind. You ain't got to tell me twice.
All right. So Tin Man, from where you are, you got to watch much of this unfold. As you were keeping and stated that you were keeping a watch on what was happening to the ship from the Brothers of Grey. As they landed, you noticed that just outside of their complex, near some of their tents, the steel floor or the ground of Khazar-dûn began to twist in a whirlpool of metal and start to consume in on itself, leaving a blue bubble just up here.
Am I to assume that is normal?
Well, considering a moment later, you recall that you have a a device that you picked up in the Hakathan, or the Beholder ship, the Tyrant ship. It begins beeping wildly. And the loudspeakers of Kaiser Doan begin, or the static goes through, and then you hear a voice very clearly start speaking. Rupture, rupture, rupture. Alert, planar rupture detected. All Walgard respond. Locale, Donin Jennymead. Donin Elo. Donin Toddfast. And the klaxon starts sounding as everyone is brought to alert. Velen,
Looking at the
carry on.
device in my hands, I'll probably call up to Velen and be like, I don't know if the two things are related, but I do believe this just got bigger for us. It might offer us some cover. It might offer us a dead end. Let's see if we can get up there faster, because I think they're about to get real distracted real fast.
Yeah, I'll hear it, and I'm already moving in the direction. He's just
So
verifying
you begin
everything I was
taking-
already kind of going through already. Like weird space stuff going on. More weird space stuff. Yeah, I'm going.
As you start taking stairs down in these crosshatch or crossback stairways, about 3 levels down at the end of one of the stairways, you see Malik pull up in his jammer bike. He's got his helmet on, he's wearing his armor, and he says, I think I could take both of you. Hop on.
I'll look kind of like back at Tin Man as I like slide in my shoes to a stop. And look.
Tin Man is just like nodding, like waving his hands forward. Go, go, go.
And I'll jump on the bike with Malik. And kind of notion him to go, like with the hand arm signal just over his head, shoulder.
All right, Tin Man, as Velen hops on and motions him to go, I'd like you to make a quick athletics check to see if you make it in time.
I would. Absolutely love to do that. Let me see if I can get you one of those. What do you need? Okay, so my poor computer is crashed today,
Okay.
but that's okay. I can make do. I rolled a 3, so 6 altogether.
Okay. You go to mount the railing around the stairs, and your foot catches, and you begin falling. Velen, would you like to do anything in this moment?
I will quickly take my action to pull out my rod from my gear. And as we're going, like, I don't think he stopped.
Fish me.
I'm gonna like flip back around, kind of like you see on a jet ski when someone's riding back and watching the tube, and pull out my reel and just try to hook him as we're going.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. I'll give you advantage.
Thank you. Yeah.
Gonna
How about
need
a
that
16?
advantage. Okay. Tin Man, you see the twirling light, the light flash off of the twirling line as it reaches towards you and Velen casts. Well, what are you going to do?
Holy, caught me by the tailpipe.
So you feel a tug, and the jammer bike lurches as Malik, dang it, we'll get it, as Malik just seems to give a moment of surprise and then floors it, and it begins moving a little faster. Tin Man, you have a grab on this. I would like you to pick somewhere in the right half of the map up here to land.
All right, do me a favor. I just got this map in front of me. Define right half.
So right half, basically where you see the wall in the lower right, anything around those tents on the right side.
All right. I will land myself.
I've got your token here.
I was gonna say, oh GM, my lovable GM. Where is mine token?
Right in the center.
There he is.
3 people.
All right, we're just gonna go ahead and land him right there.
All right. For a rough landing, you're going to take 3 bludgeoning damage. Unless you'd like to make an acrobatics check to stick the landing.
Or, Valen, from your perspective, you just hear a as a whole bunch of veneer thrusters kind of disengage at the same time. And I am going to go ahead and take advantage of my monk slow fall to cushion that.
All right. Spring boots and vernier thrusters. You land behind the tent here, but as you passed over, both you and Valen will have seen this. Things aren't looking too great over here either. You'll see that sort of attacking the tents and pulling people out is another one of these large creatures, these large aberrant creatures, and a humanoid in dark red robes sitting nearby, just sort of watching everything happen. These 3 near the table are on their knees and bound. What would you like to do? You have basically a surprise action.
I'm gonna like kind of make hand signs over to Valen, kind of showing that I've got my eyes in on them and kind of trying to get a feel for what his thoughts are.
Valen is still about 30 feet up in the air as the jammer bike is coming into land. You landed first. That's why you're getting your surprise action.
Yeah, as I see him
So
doing the hand and eye signs, I'll point to the aberrant and just like give him like a knife across the throat. Like, what are you waiting for?
All right, then. I'm going to go ahead. 30, make myself right up there. Oh, wait. I'm a monk. Yeah, I can get right up on the wall. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Stargrazer, kind of line up the shot right on the wall there. And more than anything, I've got the shot at the ready, but I'm going to hold that action. I'm kind of just using my fancy Eye of the Eagle here. I'm trying to get view on this and see what's going on. What is happening over here?
I apologize. It should start back up in a second here, guys. Sorry.
And you're looking towards the upper left, yeah?
There we go. Sorry.
Yeah.
We just lost you, Matt.
1 second. Keep going. It's all right.
Or did we ever have him at all?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So using your eyes of the eagle and looking up that way, you see a cluster of bodies all gathered around this growing sphere or hemisphere, as it were, as it is partially sticking out of the ground. It seems to be growing slowly and swirling with planar energies that you don't quite recognize or understand, but every so often another person steps through, out of this. It is churning and pulling at the steel beams of the ground and uprooting and up adjusting everything that's beneath it, sort of chewing away at its surroundings as it grows. One thing you notice is that in the cluster of humanoid bodies is one that is a little bit smaller but is floating. It looks like a mind flayer but in miniature. This is what's referred to as a gnomish ceramorph. And it seems to be focused heavily on this sphere. Valen, you and Malik come in for a landing. And I would like both you and Tin Man to roll initiative, please.
Yeah. Nice. Little 7.
Oh my gosh, it's right next to mine.
Oh my gosh. You weren't kidding. This place isn't looking too good.
I'll take that.
12.18 question mark exclamation point.
Sometimes you don't round down.
Nani?
All right. Got everybody. Valen, you.
Yeah, mine's a
7.
Yeah. Oh.
Tin Man's in there at 12. Perfect.
Oh yeah. They rolled twice. Sorry.
All right. All right. So at the top of the turn order, none of you really see this, so I won't narrate it.
Horrible
Things are happening.
happen.
Quick, observe the
Oh.
board.
Tin Man.
Horrible, terrible things.
Jade, you and the Dawar hear the yells, a battle cry, as it were, of these two individuals running in to fight the Eater of Knowledge. It sounds something of a prayer, but in a language you don't recognize. Directly ahead of you, however, atop the wall here, this fence, you notice a little top hat pop out and then crouch down.
Top hat or cowboy hat?
Tin Man, remind me, do you have a top hat or a cowboy hat?
It was meant to be a cowboy hat, but somehow all of the art involved has slowly morphed more top hat.
So a cowboy hat.
At this point, it's Schrodinger's hat.
A bowler hat.
I was gonna say a bowler hat. Well, we're gonna figure all that out.
So, but yes,
it must be
you see Tin Man
canonized.
crust that, and then Tin Man, funnily enough, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, magically make my camera work. Well, that aside, yeah, Tin Man is in as far as a mechanical artifice can. He's like hyperventilating. There is sort of an active sound of pumping bellows in his chest as he locks eyes with a ceramorph. He is not happy to know that those things are here. That said, he's still questioning how involved we want to get, in the middle of them defending their home. They clearly are used to doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my shot lined up, and I'm going to continue to move. up closer and closer, try and close the gap, and also every now and then keeping my eyes back on Valen and kind of waiting for his spontaneity to decide my next move.
Oh, I guess. Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm not up yet.
Yeah. It's not quite your turn. Yeah. So as you move up the wall here, ahead and to the left of you, you do see this other Eater of Knowledge taking on these two Brothers of Grey. It moves up to engage them, and it's going to make a few attacks on one of them. Ooh. Okay. It walks up, and you watch as one large tendrilled arm comes down and then crushes the individual into the ground. And then the next one comes down and then crushes them even further, grabbing them and lifting them up. You recognize this as what mind flayers typically do before they consume the brains of an individual. While his friend sits there and vainly attempts to strike at the creature to get rid of them or to free them somehow. The person seems unconscious already. Valen, it is your turn. Jade, you're coming up next.
Seeing Tin Man not take the shot, I'm like a little confused. But I'm gonna kind of take some cover in the explosions in the dust going around and kind of like get my bearings here as I kind of make my way forward this way here. But I'm also kind of looking for Jade too. Not kind of, that's my main purpose down here. I'm looking for Jade, so I'm not trying to fight, but if anything comes near, I'm blasting.
Okay. From when you hop off the jammer bike, you see Malik watching as all of this happens, and he slowly takes his helmet off and notices you moving off to the side. He gives you a look. I thought we came down here to save people.
My people.
He gives a nod, and you hear him rev up his jammer bike, and he jets off straight ahead towards the Eater of Knowledge on his bike. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Phil?
No, I'm like just like surprised he just Vin Diesel'd Fast and Furious his way into that monster. And I'm like shocked.
He's gonna go save his people.
And I'm gonna kind of duck and look over my shoulder for Valen. Do a few like just like shots, not at anyone, but like covering it, shots, and tried my way up to Tin Man.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a few or make your attacks with your gun just to see if you do hit anything.
Yep. Natural one. They're really real blind shots, like
just over the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's suppressing fire.
Yeah.
A moment later, you hear an explosion very, very close behind, and Mikan is flung and lands in the ground a few feet ahead of you. He doesn't look terribly worse for wear, but he looks relatively beat up. What kind of damage did that do?
Did I shoot his bike?
I kind of like that idea more. Now, you get the idea, you get the hunch that he rammed it into the creature.
Fair enough.
Jade, the Dawar, seeing Tin Man, he points, "We should be finding him. He's good at this stuff."
Boswell, you do not move without me. Do you understand? You stay behind me You stand to cover. And wherever I move, you follow. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. We keep moving towards that wall. We want to get over it. Do you understand?
I do. He
We're gonna
seems a
keep
little
doing that.
solemn, but he falls in with you. It's your turn. Go ahead.
These squares, what are they, 5 feet each?
Yes.
We're going to get as close to that wall as possible. Well, I'm going to follow where Boswell's going, but that's where we're going. The idea is, sure, we're going to meet up with Tin Man, but I want to get to that wall as soon as possible.
You can get there with half of your movement. It only takes 15 feet. It would probably take another 5 feet to go directly up. But aside from that, you have mounted and gotten over the wall.
Perfect.
You still have your action, so what else would you like to do now that you're here?
Since we're over the wall, I'm going to go and we're going to be heading north, essentially, to try and kind of meet. I mean, I see Tin Man, but we're going to kind of circle around this wall eventually. Yeah. Perfect.
For sure. All right. Let's see. All right, Tin Man, you'll be coming up shortly, but we got some movement.
I mean, I see Tin Man. But
from where you're standing and
we're
keeping
gonna
your
kind of
shot,
circle
you
around
notice
this wall
and
eventually.
hear as
Yeah.
the chanting from
Perfect.
that direction grows louder. They all take one step back in unison. All right, Tin Man, you'll be coming up shortly. The sphere, we got some movement.
I mean, I see Tin Man. but
From where you're standing and
we're
keeping
gonna
your
kind of
shot,
circle
you
around
notice
this wall
and
eventually.
hear as
Yeah.
the chanting around that
Perfect.
direction grows louder as well. They all take one. You could see on the damaged tents to the left here, as they seem to be slowly pulled towards, as the flaps start to lift up and drift towards this sphere.
Oh no.
Directly ahead of you,
Just
you can see
just
that
a random cow slowly being pulled in.
We got cows.
just ahead of you, you can see that by those tents, several of the cultists have been moving forward, and they are engaged with another Eater of Knowledge, and several of the Brothers of Grey. One of them stands almost a full head higher than the others, clearly another of the fully anointed paladins. And they are going blow for blow with this Eater of Knowledge. You see as great bloodied arcs of the great sword slashed through this creature, freeing one of the individuals that was held, and then driving through its stomach. It doesn't flinch, but it does seem to feel it. And a moment later, a gray lightning bolt strikes once, and you can see as it the creature almost seems to lose its grip on this plane as it begins to fade for a moment. It is now your turn.
Tin Man,
Lovely.
seeing Velen sort of land and hearing Malik make his stand against one of these creatures, joining his men, seeing these wardens fight, takes a moment, takes a breath, and his bellows kind of starts to slow. All right. Looks like we're not getting out of this that easy. Whew. Steadies his gun, steadies his aim. Let's see if we can take out some trash. And he's going to go ahead and take his first strike. So I'm going to aim for the Eater of Knowledge down here.
The closest one?
Yes, down to the south here.
Okay. Make your attacks.
And I'm going to go ahead and make an attack. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
I'm going to kind of miss the shot,
You do still
shake
have
his head a little
inspiration.
bit. Oh, I know. We're gonna kind of shake his head a little bit. He's gonna kind of narrow up, seeing the walls here behind him. He's gonna go ahead and make another shot.
Woo! A natural 20.
Oh, let's go.
We're gonna go ahead and roll damage on that one.
It's
Please
such a
do.
beautiful sign.
And while we're at it, I'll go ahead and throw my Kensei shot on there for bonus action.
All right. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
He's still kind of calming his nerves and getting back into the swing of things. Aberrations are not his favorite kind of monster. Looking over his shoulder, do I spy Jade approaching?
Really quick, as a note, I just realized you held your action last turn.
I did.
So this is now the beginning of your turn. So if you'd like to make your attack again, feel free.
No, it's okay. I waited the action. I wasted it. As far as I'm concerned, he took the turn to catch his breath.
Okay. You no longer see Jade. You notice Boswell slip over the wall at the far end, and they are out of sight.
All right, I'm going to consider that a safe thing.
Are you doing anything else on your turn? You still have movement and a reaction.
Nope, I'm going to continue holding on my spot here. This seems like a safe spot to work from.
All right. Valen, Mikan is laying on Malik. Malik is laying on the ground near you, just sort of laughing to himself, sort of curled up. You could see the smoke coming off of his jacket, and he's no longer wearing his helmet. But he moves up to a sit, and he's like, I spent 3,000 silver on that thing.
And I'll reach my hand down and help him up, and I'll say, "Don't get attached to material things." As as I think about my green coat that I lost and how much I miss it.
He takes a breath and looks at the creature now reeling, partially on fire from having been run into by this jammer bike. I like that, but right now, I'm going to be mad. And
That's valid. That's valid.
And Malik rages.
And as he does, and
He's
I pick him up,
barbarian. I love it.
as I pick him up and he starts raging, I'm going to do like that kind of like pick up, but like launch him over towards him. And then as he's moving over, I'm going to place a couple shots over, a shot over his shoulder.
All right.
I like
Oopsie,
that.
It's not that. I
But
rolled
right
the wrong
now,
one.
I'm going to be mad.
Oh, come on! 6.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I'll see it
Fire.
go wide and kind of just think about my green jacket again and how I would have made it if I had it. And look over at Tin Man and make sure he's doing okay. And then I'm going to just quickly Starlight step over to him.
All right. I believe your Starlight step is 30 feet.
Yep, so I'll move the 20 feet and then the jump to 30.
All right.
And
really quick, Valen, I'd like you to roll a D100.
Oh, wow. Let's do it.
Ooh, an effect table.
1 second. That's not on that. Okay. Roll a D100. Boom, go. 26.
You can also roll 100 D1s.
Oh, that may have been hard. 26.
You fire your shot towards the Eater of Knowledge, and as the radiant bolt passes Malik, there seems to be an aura about him that diffracts the radiant light, and he is going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level.
Oh,
Oh, is he a wild magic barbarian? Yo, that's tight.
Boy.
boy.
So it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullets. So that's 7d4. Not 74, 7d4. And the pummel into this creature. One of them doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as the others, but he seems to be on the back foot. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
As I see that happen, I'm gonna tap Tin Man's shoulder and I'm like, I think he's our people. Help him.
Tin Man's gonna like jump, literally weapon raised up. Oh, Valen, you gotta warn a man before you do that. I didn't hear a single footstep.
I apologize, Timothy. And kind of like brace up next to him, kind of like the Army of Two style that we had going on last time.
Jade, you see down the wall that Valen and Tin Man seem to have linked up. What would you like to do?
Jade is going to. So we're over the wall. We're both over the wall at the moment.
Yes, you're on the opposite side of the wall.
Jade is going to lean down to Boswell and hand him one of her daggers, as well as a seed bomb.
Oh. I'm pretty good with a steel. But what is this? And he holds up the bomb.
No, I wanted to do that.
That
Sorry.
is a smokescreen. If things get dicey, I want you to throw it on the ground. It'll explode. You'll be safe. It'll give you just enough cover to run away. Do you understand?
I do, but you understand that my pride permits that as you have saved me, I must do the same.
I believe that all of that can happen after we've reached safety. I'd rather you
You're
be
right.
safe
I can save
in
you a
one
discount
place.
on my services.
She's just doing real fast.
Jade just gives this look of utter and complete disgust and just shakes her head at him and
Financial services,
turns over
not those
to
kinds of services.
does not help the
Keep-
situation,
keep digging that
Boswell.
hole.
Just dig that
My
hole.
fault.
In fact, use that dagger. I would request that you dig that hole. Go ahead. Occupy yourself. I'm going to go do big girl things. And she's going to go join the others.
As you move closer to the others, you feel a decompression of air and the smell of the smoke, and then the sound of pitter patter, his little feet on the ground as he runs away.
Immediately he's pop smoke and leaves.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm gone.
He's following orders. Yeah. We'll see you soon. I'll get a coupon for you.
She just feels her IQ points just constantly just dropping and dropping and dropping. And she's going to go join her other friends that are probably going to make that even worse.
We
Do
have
you
that
have
effect.
control of your...
Yeah, do I just link up with them or just run a couple steps towards them?
You can go ahead and link up with them. They're within 30 feet. Yeah. Valen, Tin Man, you're standing there. You finished your turns, and well, you don't actually hear anyone approach. But ahead of you, you notice that the cultists shift. A couple more pull off down this way, and another starts moving this. The bodies on the ground start to shift and pull themselves up. And like puppets on marionette strings. And Valen, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh, that's easy. That's my Brett. The heck? 1 second. That's my
We win
bread
those.
and butter.
Mhm.
Here we go. It's a plus. Error or some. Okay. +7, so 21. It wouldn't let me do a
Right.
normal one, but yes.
It's all good. So I think we will pick up with the repercussions of that roll when we get back from break.
Oh, all right. Oh my gosh, what an episode we got going on here. This is fantastic. I got my armor back on. I got my medallion. I've got it on full display now. Ready to go. Full cosplay. I got everything unpacked and unlocked, ready to go for my move. Hey, I want to thank everyone who showed up tonight to tune in. Watch this great episode. Mark's killing it out there. I want to take a few moments here just to say thank you to you guys. Thank you to everyone on the Discord, on Instagram, on YouTube for tuning in, saying hello, leaving a comment, showing us some follow and some love. Big shout out to our partners over at Adams Family Gaming for hosting all our merch. Make sure you go over there and buy some merch today. That is etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. They have all our DDC merch. Just search DDC and you'll find it. It's great stuff. You see us wearing in streams other than our live ones. Big shout out to Mythical Meats for giving me all the snacks that keep my belly full. And big shout out to Eldritch Foundry and Die Hard Dice for all the tabletop goodies. Hey, we got a great show coming up here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Before I take my little break here, I'm going to slap one more pack of Magic cards. See what we're getting. There were no new subscribers tonight yet, but maybe there'll be some more. If you subscribe during the stream, I will open up a pack of Magic cards and send them to you if they're any good. All right, here we go. Guy in the chair, that is me. Venom's Hunger, Starling, Aerial Ally, Doc Ock's Henchman, Steel Wrecking Ball, Lurking Lizards, Venomized Cat, Craven, Proud Predator, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, Piloted by Penny, Lizard, Connor's Curse, J. Jonah Jemison, Venomized Cat Shiny, and an Island. Hey, we're going to be going to some local game stores here in the Metro Detroit area very soon, playing some live Magic. I'm a new player. I got a bunch of new cards, but there's plenty of people in the club that'll be there playing with us. So tune in. We're going to be showing up to live events real soon, and I can't wait to share it. So check out our YouTube, check out our Twitch, check out our Instagram, say hello, leave a follow, leave a comment, share it. There's plenty of great content. I got to go use the restroom. We'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll be ready to go for the rest of the episode. See you soon. All right. We are all getting back here. And
Welcome back.
Yeah, take it away, Mark.
Thank you. So where we left off, our crew seems to have gotten themselves wrapped up in the middle of an attack on Kaiser Dome by some aberrant creatures that are here for who knows why yet. They seem to be working their way through the nearby guards and soldiers and consuming them, as it were, at least until Tin Man got he got the ick and decided that he wanted to help out, and Malik himself threw himself into the fray. The most recent thing was we had Valen make an intelligence saving throw as one of these cultists seemed to step a little forward. Valen, you feel the cold reaches of fingers on your psyche, then the twitching of something attempting to hijack your nervous system before you find your center and banish it away. You have successfully repelled a command spell.
Easy. Light work for an astral elf like myself.
Right. The other... Am I losing everyone on camera? Am I the only one on camera?
Nope. You're, just Marina's gone.
Oh, let me refresh them really quick, because I only see me.
Sounds good.
I mean, it's a good thing to see.
It's a great thing.
There we go. Okay.
Mute.
But you notice that the local the Brothers of Grey are
Mute
fighting
and
back.
Video Ninja. There you go.
You notice that the Brothers of Grey are fighting back. They're giving it their all. Even Auric has finally gotten over his stun and is working his way down from the gangplank, well, the makeshift gangplank that is the ruins of his ship. In the distance, the cultists and the Ceramorph step back once more, and once more, the sphere grows, now almost consuming the nearby tents. The Brothers of Grey continue to fight back, with a few really nice hits, really showing why they are here.
Dang.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right, and Tin Man, we come back around to you. Valen, you'll be up next. You'll be up soon. Sorry.
Sounds good. It does look like we lost.
So
Marina
posting
here,
up
but-
with she'll be okay.
Yep.
Posting back up with that wasn't intended. Anyways, yeah,
It's a
so
messy
posting back
night.
up with Valen here. It is. Just be like aberrations, flayers of minds, the illithid. I gotta say, I got 1,001 nightmares about these here, and just for all the same reasons I didn't want to have to deal with beholders on Hakatha, I want to much be here. But we can't leave these folks to nothing. They're dang good trained on dealing with just this kind of thing, but I'll tell you, there ain't no one who deals with these brain eaters without getting a few loss. So let's see what we can do. Earn ourselves some friends here. Maybe slip out the back while things are still burning afterwards. But I ain't gonna leave them to nothing.
And I'm like shaking off the mind flare attack and snap too. And you're right. Let's focus our fire and help Malik. Was that his name?
Sounds like a plan to me. I bring my gun over, kind of between Valen's legs there, and focus northward. And I'm gonna go ahead and take myself a shot.
All right. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Let's go.
The 22 will
Now
hit.
I'm assuming the 22 hit. Well, tell me, I'm assuming the 12 does not hit. Is that correct?
That would be correct.
So Valen, you're in for a treat here, buddy. We're both kind of aiming in the same direction. You see me take my first shot. It rings through. The second shot, though, seems to go far. It misses. Suddenly, you hear a ping as it strikes off of one of the pittons, holding down the tent behind it.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and make use of an ability I have been itching to use. And I'm going to go ahead and burn 2 key points to turn that 12 into a 16.
And that will beat the 15 you need.
Oh, let's go.
Both attacks will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
One bouncing off something.
Yes.
Let's go. Ooh.
Oh, but we're not done. Because I spent key points this turn, we get to really dig into what the gun monk does. And I get to use my key fueled attack. If you spend 1 key point or more, I get to attack again as a bonus action. Does a crit hit?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it hits. Yes, a 27 will hit.
Let's go.
All right. Man, my VTT is just slow today. There we go. Roll for me, boys.
Sorry, it's been kind of universally a messy night, so don't worry about it too much.
Ignore that second one. Okay, so that's 16 and 16 for 32, plus an added 8 for 40, plus 7, so 47. Tell me, DM, how does that work?
How would you like to do this?
Let's go.
I prefer you tell me.
My gun over. I'm feeling a little more loosey-goosey, a little more in the moment. Take the shot, it hits. Take the second shot, it seems to miss. Bounces off the nearby pit and hits it in the other side. And feeling more confident, feeling my skills coming back to me, Valen, you kind of see an energy start to overtake the weapon. It sort of takes on this rusty red nebula-like energy that's kind of exuding off the gun. And I fire my third shot, and it just kind of, instead of sounding like a gun, like powder fire, it sounds almost like a rail gun, like a phew.
And I just have one question. Did you do this between my legs like you said?
100%. All three
okay.
shots.
I just want to make sure.
That's the important part.
All 3 shots land with expert precision, catching the creature at different angles, and the final one tearing through its chest. It falls with a lumbering slam to the ground in a mushy, fleshy mess, sort of losing some of the consistency of its body. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. Just kind of. There's just a little bit of a chuckle as he feels himself kind of getting back into the swing of things.
Right.
Ew.
So the one on the other side of the wall here batters its way past these first 2. One of them falls dead as he has already consumed him, and approaches Auric.
Oh, let's go.
He makes 2 heavy swings, the first one catching Auric clean in the face, rocking him backwards and knocking him on his rear. And the next one coming down to crush him into the dirt like he did the previous one, and Auric rolls free. Auric takes a swing with his great axe at the creature's legs, using only a single hand, and he lands the hit clean. He attempts to get to his feet. What's that?
I'm just imagining like the Astartes, just like big, lumbering, every movement cuts wind.
He attempts to pull himself to his feet, but the ground underneath him gives way, and the metal starts to fall beneath him, and he manages to hold on and pull back, but there is a small chasm between the 2 of them now. Valen, it is your turn.
Yeah, seeing this long rifle appear between my legs and just absolutely go off, I'm going to jump over the barrel and like grab my lower region and just make sure everything's still in position as a firearm just went off real close to the jewels. And after that, I'll pop kind of back up and assess the battlefield. Like, my heart is absolutely pumping. And as I see Auric take some damage behind me, I'm gonna shoot a laser bolt past him towards the enemy. And let's see. I'm sure an 8 misses.
That's your dagger.
Oh. Was it?
It would if you threw your dagger from this
you gotta
distance.
go shiv him. You gonna go shiv him?
Roll that. Oh, there we go. All
There you
right.
go.
10 still misses. And then I'll take out my Eldritch Cannon from my backpack and toss it out as a flame cannon goes next to Auric, and then attacks the monster.
That's a dexterity save, correct?
Yep, 15.
Fails. What's the damage?
He'll take 10 damage.
All right. The flames sort of cause the thin and scaly skin on it to start to dry out, and it does not seem to really like that as the flame starts to cook it somewhat. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, that's all. As I see the battlefield kind of collapse around us as our flanks get as they start covering our flanks, I'm going to just be actually like crazy nervous, looking for a way for at least us three to get out. You know, obviously help as many as we can, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure us three get the heck out of here. And that's not my turn.
Jade, it's your turn. The other two have yet to notice you're there.
Sorry, us two get out then.
Because no one in this friggin' party walks with footsteps.
So they haven't noticed I'm standing right next to them.
They're in the middle.
I didn't even notice Valid was there until I turned around.
But I noticed them.
Yes,
Can I tap them both on the shoulder?
absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
I'll turn around like surprised, and like it's not pointed at her, but it's like bumping her arm as she's approaching us. Whoa!
Now see, her I expect to sneak up on me.
I don't have any ranged weapons, but I can cover our flanks. But perhaps we should get out of here.
No can do. Hero mode activated.
Say his
Tin Man,
name,
would you like to get going? Jade instantly just diverts.
I
Tin
say-
Man, you have
I say we start making our way out slowly. Kind of look up to Valen. We done cleared the big ugly one over there. I think our boy Malik should be fine. And looking to the left here, I think the man in the big armor there, I think he's good. Let's start working our way back, cover ourselves, see if we can pick off a few on the way back, or on the way out.
And just kind of nod to him as I kind of step back, and then have the Eldritch Cannon follow kind of parallel to us.
All right. Marina, are you present? We saw I lost you, but I just want to make sure. Okay. We're gonna assume that she has a held action
Sounds good.
until we get her back.
This storm, I think, is really messing with the internet everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a slightly shorter one
It's
tonight.
so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess that gives us two options. Either A, we can stop a little early, finish this out next time, or when we've got everybody and it's good, or we can soldier on.
Let's soldier on a little bit, but if we gotta end a little early, that's okay. It's kind of the storm all around has been making it rough on everything.
Yeah. Alrighty. So the cultists, one more time, you hear the chanting grow in the sphere along with it.
Oh, no.
And as it grows closer to the Eater of Knowledge on the far side, it seems to stop taking hits quite as readily, and its swings seem to land harder.
Oh, no.
As it crushes two of the individuals.
Oh, no.
And the third is sent flying.
Oh, no.
About 30 feet ahead of you, you watch a large armored individual crash onto the ground, wearing a very similar armor to Auric himself, but a little thinner, a little less bulky, with hair shaved on both sides of the head and a ponytail in the back. You see what looks to be Auric's lieutenant. She is beaten and heavily damaged, but she pulls herself to her feet and looks around, ready for the fight. She looks behind her and sees the three of you. Get out or get helping. You're in the way.
Hey, you heard the lady.
She spies your rifle, Tin Man, and without even looking, she points towards the sphere. The one chanting. Can you hit him?
Can I look over for a moment, pull up my gun, train my sights, put it back down, look up at her? I'm gonna give you a couple shots, and after that, we're skedaddling.
Make it so.
Make it show.
She lifts a hand towards you, and you feel yourself glow. Your next attack will be at advantage.
Oh, got that cleric magic. Okay.
It is now your turn.
Lovely. All right. I'm going to go ahead and train my sights. Say a little prayer. And let's see what we can make happen.
So the first one's at advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's roll that again.
Let's go, dice gods.
16 will land.
All right. Gonna roll my second one.
Ooh. That's a 19
And
natural.
for bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Kensei shot, which by the way, I misread. Kensei shot, use bonus action. Any target hit with a ranged attack using Kensei weapon takes extra 1d4 until the end of your current turn. So both my attacks actually get the 1d4 on that. Never realized. So let's go ahead and roll some damage, shall we?
Let's.
That's a 9. Plus the added key for the Kensei shot.
Nice.
And 13. Plus the
Nice.
Kensei shot. 4.
So 29.
How does that
You-
seem to strike him?
They all strike true, or they both strike true. You watch through your scope as you pull the trigger, you pull again, and the creature lurches and lurches again. Roll. Of course. The creature is thrown forward into the portal.
Ooh.
It didn't seem to have been killed, but the moment it takes its hit, the first hit, everything nearby, the cultists, the knowledge eaters, they all seem to lurch in place, and the sphere itself begins to collapse in on itself. The robed figures are sucked in, and the Eaters of Knowledge you see attempt to fight against this, or the near one, and that one fails as well. The only one saved from this fate is the one fighting Auric. The sphere continues to collapse and collapse, but you feel a welling of energy. You get the feeling that wherever the energy this thing is consuming, wherever it's collapsing in on, it's about to go the opposite direction very quickly.
I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode.
Oh no.
Auric, or actually not Auric, Valen.
Yeah.
Tin Man lands these 3 immaculate shots, and you watch all of this begin to happen. What would you like to do?
I don't really see much of a shot. I'm gonna start taking cover and moving back, and pick up Tin Man as I'm going, which I wouldn't normally do. But I want to get moving here and try to brace for whatever impact that's about to happen.
All right, Jade. You have basically held action since we lost you last time, so you basically get 2 actions. What would you like to do?
Tin Man's basically gonna say, Lady
sorry,
Fox,
Kay.
you got anything you can do to put some protection between us?
I've fizzled out all of my spells, so there's not much I can do. I apologize. I suggest we start running.
Yes, run.
And here is just under Valen's arm, just be like, okay.
Yeah, I think I would love to see that. Just Valen, just like Jade's under one arm and Tin Man's on the other. He's just booking.
So as the 3 of you begin making your way out, you feel that same welling of energy. It prickles the hairs on the back of your neck. Tin Man, the beeper that you have is going insane. Like, it will not stop beeping, and it's getting faster and faster by the moment. Which direction are all of you heading?
To the east side, the right side,
Okay.
towards kind of like, I assume, where the railing to our ship may have been.
Yes. You run through the dissipating smoke screen that the Dawar had left, and you see he's only made it about 90 feet. He's still padding away in the distance with a dagger clutched between both fins. And then, go ahead.
Can I pick him up?
Something else is going to happen before you reach him. Yeah. The welling, the sound of compressed energy ceases for a moment. You hear the yell of someone struggling against, specifically Auric struggling against this creature, And then I need all of you to make an intelligence save and a constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, that's a lot to ask.
10 on my intelligence. And 15 on my
Can I
constitution.
re-roll my intelligence save?
On
With
what
my-
grounds?
Sexy inspiration.
Oh, yes.
It's better to have used inspiration and lost than to have never used it at all.
Amen. The shockwave hits you before the sound does. And save for Jade, whose torso is actually, we'll say, durable, a little more durable, as reinforced. It's a little more reinforced. Valen, oh, you all made your constitution saves. Wonderful. You all feel your organs rock in your body. Save for you, Tin Man. You feel your components shift uncomfortably, and you're thrown forward. You're actually lifted off the ground, and if you'd like, Valen, you can reach down and grab the Dawar as you fly over him.
Yeah, as we're like tumbling through the air, and I have like Jade kind of my arm around her, and like a Tin Man under my arm. I'm gonna kind of like swoop him up like a soccer ball kick and catch him and keep as we're like floating through the air.
As you go to catch him with your feet, as the shockwave lifts you off the ground,
Just kick him.
he spins around with the dagger and tries to slash you before realizing who it is, and he's just like he looks behind you and you just see his eyes go, oh dear. Then the world goes quiet as you feel your eardrums compressed and your mind rocked by the shockwave of this planar portal. It dissipates and you're left laying on the ground amidst debris, bodies, most of which are moving, thankfully, and in generally an open walkway area. Several boots on steel meet your ears as you come to, and multiple people are running forward to try to help anybody who might be hurt. You have a moment before their attention sets on you more firmly, and they notice you explicitly. What would you like to do as a group?
I'm gonna, as I get up, try to help everyone up, and like as I'm like brushing the dust off me, I'm helping Tin Man get upright. The penguin, I'm sure he's doing like his feet paddling and rolling back and forth. Jade, I'm sure you're more than capable of getting yourself up as I'm getting those two. I'll kind of look back at Jade to make sure she's okay and she doesn't need a hand.
So I failed my intelligence save. Have I been stupefied? I'm curious.
So you are temporarily deafened.
And you probably just see
That's
my
better.
mouth move like as I mouth, "Are you okay?"
I would like you to deafen in Discord and figure it out. No, I'm just kidding.
I can do that.
That's one way to do that.
no. But you are temporarily deafened.
I'm just gonna hold up my ears and nod. Nope, can't hear you. Where's my dour friend?
And as she's saying, "Can't hear you," I start yelling, "I can't hear you. Why are you yelling?" No, I can't hear you. I'll be like, "Why are you yelling?" But I'm yelling it back at her.
Boswell is on the ground a couple of feet away, rolling back and forth, screaming that he had been stabbed.
Okay. Jade's gonna see him flailing and run up to him and offer assistance, not knowing what he's saying, but mouthing "Are you okay?" You know, like something.
He
so
sort of
loud.
curled around one of his fins, and as you come up and put a hand on him, he swings around, and you see the dagger you gave him is stuck through his flipper. I've been stabbed.
Oh, what a drama queen.
Okay, Jade's gonna help him. Just it's like a stuffed animal got ripped. She's gonna help him.
He's 100% in shock. Like, he's not even realizing that it hurts. He's just just staring at it.
It's definitely his first time ever getting hurt, like in combat.
Yeah.
He's never letting this one go.
No. How are you helping him?
Close your eyes and look away.
You're going to pull it out, aren't you?
Immediately pulls it out.
No!
I can't even hear him.
She's gonna tear a bit of her clothing and wrap it around his flipper, and say, "Stay close to me."
Love
Can
it.
I have another smoke screen? No, she can't hear me.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
like, do I roll something for that? It's like, can I understand what
Just
he's
pat him on the
saying?
head.
Not just yet, no.
Okay, Jade's gonna pet him on the head like he's a stuffed animal that's rolled down the floor.
Tin Man, as you pull yourself to your feet and Valen checks on you, the three of them go over to check on the Dawar. You notice in the distance, Malik is approaching. He seems to be wearing very little aside from what seems to be his shredded pants. And the literal static is arcing off of him as he approaches. He comes to a stop and just falls into a cross-leg position and takes a deep breath. That doesn't happen every day. More often than you'd think, but not every day.
More often than you think is still pretty concerning. You want to tell me just what in the nine hells that was?
Yeah, they've been... Listen, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you helped out, and even Oric let you walked away, so you must be good people. They've been testing our defenses. Something happened recently with Kaiser Doan, and it's started happening like 5 years ago, but like every other month or so. But it's been happening more often, and it's getting worse.
Any idea what it is they're after?
Every one of their attacks is focused on the bottom half, so they don't seem interested in civilians. It could be they're just interested in crippling our... I don't know. That seems unlikely since the brothers got here, but this is... I really don't know. It's getting bad, but I bet the Wallkeepers would like to talk to you. If nothing else, they can thank you for what you've done here today. I could put in a good word.
Tin Man's gonna look over to Ms. Fox, not knowing that she's deafened right now. Well, I guess that depends. What did our good green lady see aboard that ship before everything went crazy?
Do I notice them looking at me?
Everybody sort of turns towards you, yeah. You can go ahead and make a Constitution save to see if you break from the deafness.
We all just turn and look at her, and she has no clue why.
10 will make the save.
Why
The
is everyone
sounds of the
looking at
world
me?
sort of rush back at you. Carry on.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Well, we just got done being big dang heroes, and our friend here suggesting we stick around and speak with the boss of the joint. But I'd like to know a little more about how our dour friend here was doing with leader of the Brotherhood. Should we maybe be skedaddling sooner than later?
Jade's going to lean down and move her fingers towards Tin Man to kind of bring him closer. And she'll whisper into his ear, "Who is this friend of yours?"
Malik.
And we can trust him.
Malik. For reasons that have not yet been forthcoming, I do believe we can.
Who does he work for?
He works for the Dome, but I believe he's pretty indicative of the rank and file around here. Kind of lean into her. I'm not certain yet. Haven't taken the time to ask him. It'd be kind of awkward to do so now, but I do believe we know his brother.
So
And they're good folks.
He's not in any way associated with Ulrich and his crew?
No, I don't think so. I think the Brotherhood do represent a political faction around here with a fair bit of pull. But I think Kaiser Dome does have its own rank and file and its own hierarchy. And they get along, but I won't necessarily say they're fully in line.
I would recommend if we were to talk about sensitive subjects, we go somewhere quiet. This is far too out in the open. And there are eyes on us.
Mikhail, you want to introduce
That's
us
my
to
brother.
Sorry, Malik? Malik?
Jade is
Have you
just
met Mikan as well?
confused.
Mikan's a
there's
great
3 of 'em.
guy. Great guy. You remind me a lot of him.
Oh, that's a compliment. He's a good kid. You seen him at the academy?
And yeah, we met him at the academy. He was a good recruit.
Oh, he
Yeah, I
made
kept thinking you
recruit.
looked familiar. I just couldn't place it. Hey, so by the way, while we're having this conversation, kind of like get between them, put my hands up on their backs, kind of nod along with Jade, kind of start moving. Let's go ahead and get ourselves moving here. Let the Brotherhood here clean up this mess, and let's go talk to your boss here, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta catch my breath really quick.
Do it while we walk.
He gives a weary nod and pulls himself up to his feet. He dusts off the shreds that are his pants. All right. Well, I guess it's to the Port Authority.
While we're walking, kind of like eye him up and down, point him up and down. Could Meekin do that the whole time and he just never told us?
No. This is we'll call it older brother syndrome.
Right.
The Haverstances are weird. I can't go into it right now. Anyway, and he starts heading inward towards the center area of Kaiser Dome. But as you're approaching, you see a figure ahead that is flanked by several guards, themselves in shining armor. A large tabaxi in the shape of a lion with a full imperious mane, a large great jacket of a very spelt black with several medals adorning one chest piece. and walking with a cane. Malik notices him almost late and then stops and snaps a salute. And the individual gives him a nod, and Malik falls back into at ease. Folks, I guess we don't have to go up. I'd like you to meet Boladora Elo, the wall guard of Tower Elo. My boss. And I think that's what we'll call it for the night.
Ooh. Ooh, Mark. Hey, great episode. We had some technical difficulties here tonight, but that's okay. It was a great episode all around. Thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you guys all for showing up. I know it's been difficult with this storm. I hope this story made it a little better. This was awesome. We're going to be back next Monday live with a behind the scenes of this episode. So tune in and we'll all be back kind of talking about what happened and where the characters are at. Maybe Alex will be viewing it for the first time, which will be kind of fun. And he'll be joining us again next episode. So thanks again for everyone tuning in. All of our partners who made this possible: Adams Family Gaming, D&D Adventure Club, Eldritch Foundry, Die Hard Dice. All of them make it possible, but most importantly, the viewers, you guys make it possible. Mark, you got anything for us, buddy?
Don't forget to wash your dice, and in a couple of weeks, we'll see you in the stars.
No. Woo!
Oh my gosh, we're back again. I don't remember. I was playing Magic. Yes, yes. So thank you everybody for being here. We're back with episode 3 of chapter 3 of Echo of the Astral Sea. That was not a rhyme I had planned, but here we are. So I think we're all feeling a lot better than we did last week. I know personally, yes, both literally and metaphorically. And I think having Alex back, it's nice to have you back, buddy.
Thank you. Yes, had a bit of a celebration going on, so unfortunately, family
Important
comes
stuff.
first.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And of course, we also have Velen or Matt. Okay.
Hello. Yes. Okay. There we are. Sorry, I had my
desktop
mic
audio
muted, but now it's a. Thank you so much, Mark. It is so good to hear your voice. It is so good to see everyone's faces tonight. I'm very excited for this episode. Last episode we had some technical difficulties. Alex was gone. The snowstorm was in peak. Dayton was falling in and out. All of us were falling in and out, but we persevered.
Persevere.
And got it done, and I'm so glad we did. And we're back tonight. I'm super excited. I'm Matthew Roberts. I'm playing Velen Yosai, the club's astral elf, artificer warlock. And last 2 weeks episode has left me a bit unsure of what's going on and defensive and ready to find a place to just chill. So I cannot wait for tonight's episode. Mark, it is so good to see you.
Yeah, and it's good to see all of you. Of course, aside from Matt, we also have the other 3 wonderful players. We have Marina.
Hey everyone, I am Marina playing the Jade Fox, and I'm happy to be here.
And we're happy to have you. And of course, last but certainly not least, we have Dayton.
Howdy, howdy, folks. Yeah, last session was a little rough for us, but I'm pretty excited to see what this one has.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back to it. Well, all right, so I forgot to take session notes, so this is going to be a little rough, but here we go. Last time on Echo of the... Oh, what am I doing? Introductions of the whole session of the campaign. We are running a Light of Xerxes campaign. It is a heavily modified Light of Xerxes campaign. Any of you that have already run the module itself, you'll see some familiar names, a couple small similar narratives. I've done a lot of rewriting around a lot of the characters. So you see characters like Mert and Crux. They're all doing different things than they would have in that module because it serves a larger narrative that I have written. But of course, it is, thank you very much to Wizards for having made that module. Light of Xerxes clearly captured my imagination, and we are where we are. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And last time on Echo of the Astral Sea, Jade rowed the Brothers of Grey ship alongside Boswell to the docking structures of Khazar-Dûn. The tree-like structures which were evenly spaced, with evenly spaced straight branches shaped like tuning forks to hold the ships. Moments later, the ship is struck by something, stunning Auric the Plate and giving Jade and Boswell a moment to flee. With the intention of getting into the fight alongside to help people, Malik offers Tin Man and Velen a ride into the fray. They attempt to hop on, but Malik jets off early, and Velen fails an attempt at reaching for the Autognome, who falls, but with little fear. Instead, he smirks and activates his slow fall ability, in the form of thrusters that peek out from the seams of his body. He touches down at a tactically advantageous location and surveys the situation. Velen and Malik arrive moments later and come face to face with an Eater of Knowledge, a hulking aberrant with a towering frame, vicious psionic magics, and viscous red skin. Tailor-built for what their name implies in the worst possible way. Jade and Boswell make distance and seek to find Valen and Tin Man, who have linked up and are taking pot shots. Involved but not committed. Malik very much, however, has committed to this fight, and using his jammer bike as an improvised ram helps deal a considerable amount of damage to one of the Eaters of Knowledge, and then wades into the fight himself. Behind all of this is a sphere that is chewing up Kaiser Dome, overseen by a small mind flayer and its cadre of cultists. The party notices the sphere growing bigger, and one of the Brothers of Grey calls for them to shoot the Illithid leader that's leading the chant. Tin Man nods, assuring her that he'll spend no more than the time strictly necessary on a problem he doesn't consider his own, and takes the shot. Both are immaculate, and Tin Man strikes the Illithid, not once, but twice. It lurches in pain from the first shot and loses its balance from the second, tumbling forward, injured and bleeding into the very sphere it had created. The sphere itself, no longer tethered by the Illithid, begins to fluctuate. The excess energy needs to go somewhere. Sensing the danger, the party begins beating a hasty retreat. Valen grabs Tin Man, Jade, and Boswell, riding the shockwave to safety. Jade is deafened by the impact of the psionic energies and struggles to communicate with the team for a long moment. They stop and catch their breath as Malik joins them, almost entirely devoid of his clothes as he'd been caught very close to the center of the blast, but otherwise alive. The party needles the exhausted barbarian with some questions, which he's generally happy to answer. The attacks have been happening more lately, and Malik believes them to be a testing of their defenses. Something changed in Khazar-Dûn, and by Malik's estimate, it happened about 5 years ago, and the attacks have been happening ever since, albeit an increasing occurrence. Malik looks up and sees a figure heading your way. He excitedly jumps up and leads the party over to an imposing, broad-shouldered tabaxi with a white gold mane and a serious face. Wearing a greatcoat shimmering with metals and a cane to support his limp, Malik introduces the party to Boladora Elo, Wallguard of Tower Elo, and Malik's boss. He stands about 60 feet distant yet as Malik is approaching, and he seems to be stopped and watching alongside the 3 guards on either side of him as he surveys the group of you. You could see him speaking with Malik for a brief moment, and then Malik waves you over. What would you like to do?
I think it's going to be important to get some aid and resources to the survivors on our ship from the Rock of Brawl. So, if you guys, I don't know, what are you guys thinking here?
We stick around, we're getting ourselves wrapped up into something. But you're right, there isn't many other places we can go, especially with the people we have aboard.
Yeah, we got to find somewhere safe for them before anything, or our word won't be worth the weight in stardust.
Mark, where are we right now?
You are about 900 feet distant from where the E-Laterne is. You're in the middle of or just off to the side of a Brothers of Grey encampment where this attack seemed to have happened. So you're in sort of a main walkway or throughway where the folk who work and train around here frequent. But there is the fallout. You can actually see that around you, several of the injured are being tended to, and this entire open area has sort of been turned into something of a triage area. The medics, those with the skills to help and heal, are actively doing so as the best they can.
All right, so I would assume I'm still on our ship with the survivors since I wasn't at the attack. Unless you've come in, like, you've gathered all of us. Like, that's what I don't know where Nico is at the moment.
So if Nico would have headed towards the group, which I would not have put past him, it would have happened probably within the last 10 to 15 minutes after things calmed down. So it would have been easy for you to reach them right about now if you'd like.
Okay. Nico just comes running up. Hey guys, whoa, that was kind of crazy. Everybody cool? Everybody okay? Look, I don't want to be the guy that rushes this, but we really got to get the people off the ship. It's cramped, it's crowded. People are impatient.
Yeah, but we go rushing, we're going to cause ourselves some trouble. Let's see if we can enlist some folks to help us out here. They do things right. Maybe we can kind of look over at Valen, shuffle out in the chaos.
You want to put a bunch of civilians in danger?
I wouldn't say they're in danger here.
I would certainly hope that fine gentleman approaching us a little nicer than the kind of glancing back over my shoulder wall of man meat that just about did you in there, Miss Fox.
I already miss him.
Seems to me like this island's got a couple different factions on it. Let's see if we can make friends of at least one of them.
I don't disagree, Tin Man. That sounds like a good idea.
Nico is just giving all of you what the hell happened look.
And Mark, I don't think we've addressed it or not, but do I still have my mask on?
You do. You have not taken it off.
Okay.
Is Boswell standing next to us?
Boswell is standing nearby. He's attempting to flag down a medic to deal with what scratch was left on him from after you healed his knife wound.
Jade will tend to him enough to stop the bleeding with a salve or something.
He watches as you track him down. I'm trying to find professional help.
I told you to stay around me. I don't need you to be running off and getting into trouble again. Do you understand?
Trouble is there to be gotten into. I'm harmed. I've
Right.
gotten into trouble.
Do you want to get hurt even more?
Is that a threat?
It's quite a few things. I don't make threats, I make promises.
I want
You're
you to make an
coming with
intimidation check. And I'll give you advantage because he's seen what you can do.
Yeah, of course.
It's
That
going to be
is
very difficult.
A 13 and an 11. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I appreciate you calling those out. It's going to be difficult for me to do business here if I have to be tethered to your side.
I'm well aware of that. Follow me.
Wait,
Okay.
Boswell, I thought
Nico,
you knew these people. How
the
did you
Brothers
get?
of Grey.
Yeah. You said you had an in and you were all like buddy with them.
I said that my bosses had dealings with them. I have not personally dealt with them. I thought that some common ground would help, but they do not seem the type to like common ground.
So judging by that, how are you? Anyways, you Boswell, go find some help. Yeah.
Jade just squints at Nico.
He doesn't budge from Jade's side, but he gives you a nod as if, yes, I will go find help, but I'm not moving.
Boswell has a couple questions to answer, doesn't he, Boswell?
It seems I do.
So that quiet place where we're going to debrief, we need to select it. Surely there's an alley somewhere that we could go hide and talk.
I don't think we're going to lose these eyes. They're walking right towards us right about now. I'm going to turn around and kind of like wave at them. All right, lock in, guys.
Miss Fox, if you want to slip out, now's the time. We'll play diplomacy here for you.
You don't want me around. I have stuff to
What?
talk to you about.
Oh, I'm sorry. It sounded like you were looking to slip out.
We'll see what you guys do.
As you
No,
go ahead, Nico.
Look, we honestly, we should actually talk about our angle before this meeting happens, but that's not going to happen. So I get why Jade wants to slip away.
She's walking up
it's-
right now. She's right behind us. And I'm gonna start waving like over your shoulder at them.
And they are on the approach. However, as Tin Man brings up giving Jade an out, Jade, at your opposite elbow from where Boswell is, you feel a small rush of air, and there's suddenly a stock-still figure standing next to you. A shock of red hair pulled back into a svelte ponytail and a pair of framed glasses on a well-kept, made-up face, wearing a very smart, sharp suit and carrying under her arm a set of folders. Charlotte stands there.
I thought you were talking about me.
Actually, Jade, we have business here.
Stupendous.
Excuse me? Who are you?
I am Miss Fox's personal assistant.
You've all met. Don't tell me
it-
you've forgotten.
Captain, it's been a hectic week, but I do believe you've crossed her path more than once.
I'm just surprised she made it. I didn't know she made it.
My people are very well.
Very well. And I'm gonna kind of
Well-
turn back and look at to see if their leader's coming.
They're standing about 30 feet distant, and Malik is still waving you over.
I'll start walking towards them.
Well,
Miss Fox, do you want to come along with us, or
as Valen starts to walk towards, I will put my hand on Valen and be like, "What are you doing? You have a mask on. You haven't said a single word to most of the people around here. Like, you're gonna just want to saunter up and talk to them now?"
I'm gonna figure that out before I get there. I'm hoping you guys are gonna meet me up there too.
he's just gonna walk up?
Yeah, if if I gotta buy some time, I can go.
All right, well, let's do it, Valen.
let's start
And I'll follow behind Valen. I'm like, all right.
All right, so Valen, you're approaching. Nico, you're right behind him. Jade,
Yeah.
Tin Man.
Jade's gonna slip out. Not slip, but she'll say her goodbyes real quick and see what her associates need.
With that, Tin Man will nod his hat and quickly hustle up back behind these two.
Scarlet. Stop. Yeah, skirt. Scarlet looks at you, Jade. She sort of looks over the lensless frames. I'm just your cover.
Go get us a nice secret spot to hang out at.
Scarlett, do you have a good idea of this area? Where's a nice quiet place where we could go sit and have a safe moment?
Out here, that's tough to find. I think the best you could do is getting the ship clear and using the one place we know we brought with us.
The ship does seem like a safe place, considering. Are you able to report on Sable, his whereabouts, what he's up to?
I've tried, and I've yet to be able to get through to him.
I need you to try again, dear.
I will.
Is there another way that we could reach him? I haven't been able to buzz him in my reader.
I have an emergency option, but let's see if we can try the conventional methods first.
I have reason to believe you may be in a lot of trouble. So if you haven't been able to reach him, and considering what I've discovered with my little friend here, there's a lot on the line. So go ahead and see about that, please.
Understood. And she'll give a small incline of her head as if you were her employer and turn and stalk away.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Boswell, on me. We're heading back to the ship.
Understood. Don't have much of a choice.
You have a choice, Boswell. I just want to make sure that we're safe before you're off on your own. You were nearly killed. Had I not been there, you wouldn't have a head. So I've got you right in a few ways, actually.
Yes, though I am loath to admit it.
How much is your life worth? And we'll say this as we're walking.
Do I have a choice as to not answer that question?
We'll see in time, won't we?
I get the feeling that you'd be able to learn if you wanted.
I know quite a few things about you already, Boswell. Why do you think I have you around?
So you're saying I'm useful?
For now.
Hmm.
Even though
I
you
had
did
a
stab
silver for every
yourself.
time I've heard that.
Even though you did stab yourself with a dagger. Obviously, I can't use you for combat, aside from being a shield or distraction.
And even then, I'd probably do terribly. What good is a shield that screams when a blade is pointed at it?
Distractions have wonderful places on the battlefield.
And
And
they're
behind
often
the
one
curtain.
use.
This is true. Anyways,
Yes, let us be back to the ship. Perhaps we can figure out what to do with these people. I do believe that your bosun, whoever the Thry-Kreen was, has got a good head about him for this kind of thing. Perhaps we can help him organize.
surely you have assets that you can utilize to help these people be moved.
I can call them in, but I have no idea how long they'd be in coming. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're in the butt crack of nowhere.
I did notice that. But with most of us having our magic abilities, surely there's a way to reach out farther. Don't you know people upstairs or around?
He looks up at the upper layer of Kaiser Dome. Out here, perhaps I can speak with some of the more reasonable of the Brothers of Grey. From a distance, outside of blade range, perhaps. Though some of them have magic and crossbow. But besides the point, I can try.
You are not going to talk to anyone from the Brothers Grey. No one. You're marked for death.
Very true. But the person currently holding my leash is saying that I am only useful for the moment. So, you understand my situation.
You're safer with me than you are with them.
Do you understand you asked me to wait for a blade in the back, then march bravely to a blade to my face?
I never said there was a blade to your back.
They rarely do.
You would have been gone by now.
But I'm useful. For now.
Boswell, I did not feel that your end was met there. I don't know how else to say that. A certain friend of ours would say, I saved you and I'm your hero, and I hope he chokes saying that, but I just felt that your end should not have been met there. So my lapse of judgment, take it as you will, but you're here. All I ask is that you help these people. Out of anyone else I could have taken, I picked you. Help.
I can do that.
Thank you.
May I ask one condition?
Shoot your shot.
I thought today, less than an hour ago, I was to be dead. I am on borrowed time. You've made clear yourself. Whoever holds said time, that is not for me to decide at the moment. But when my time comes, I hope it's you.
We'll see what the dice roll. But for now, I need your assistance. Help these people.
Let us be about it.
Is that the thing?
Valen, Nico, and Tin Man, you approach Bolador Elo. He stands as a statue, shifting only ever so slightly. You can see that just from his stance, one of his legs seems to bother him.
Ooh.
And he is supplementing that with a cane. The cane itself catches your attention in that it is almost a sheer white sort of wood, or there's a grain to it of sorts, and the handle is that of a silver dragon's head, or the top of it. He himself waits patiently for you to approach, but you could see, like I said, the antsiness in his stance. And as you get a bit closer within talking distance, Malik takes a step back. Boladora steps towards you and offers a hand.
I'll reach out and shake it without saying a word.
It is not for nothing that I see you here.
We
Bye.
appreciate you meeting us.
Yes. I have my reasons for being here as well, and it is fortunate that he looks at you, Nico, that you be here.
Me?
Correct.
Wait, you know me?
I know a friend of yours. In fact, he told me to expect you. After a fashion.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the crazy Minotaur guy?
The very same.
Oh, yeah.
And the Rygar that he always has with him was here as well.
Yes. The love of my life, yes.
He surreptitiously reaches up and plays with a button on his collar and sort of flashes it towards you, Nico.
I'm assuming it's the Water Bearers Union. Nico will very deftly do the coin roll across what pseudopod. Like there's no actual figures, but he does the coin roll in the pseudopod of the same Water Bearer token that that Tenedex and Bladar gave me.
He gives a subtle nod. Yes, Tenedex was here, though he did not specifically tell me to meet you. Come with me. We should speak somewhat quieter.
Hey, while we do that, we got a big issue. We have about 300 plus people on our ship. I don't know if word's gotten out. The Rocka Brawl was attacked recently. We got survivors. I think we might have the only survivors. So, our ship can hold maybe 20. There's 300 on it. We need to get these people off and find support. Can we offload them here and figure out maybe transports, something?
Temporary sanctuary.
We can find a place for them to stay for the time being. There's plenty of empty barracks, though it pains me to say. It won't be the most comfortable, but it will work. And we have a partnership with the Highway.
Well,
We'll be able to get them on a Zephyr arterial ship shortly.
now you say shortly. I'm not familiar with this area, but I do know the maths. We are months away from any kind of ship.
Yes, and we receive supplies just about monthly, if they are on time, from some of the inner cities. And I do believe that perhaps we can petition them to bring an extra ship or two for these people.
Yeah. Your barracks issue. A lot of these people may not have anything to go back to. Just saying, some of them may want to go back. You got some recruitment people, you might be able to find some help.
Recruitment is a concern. However, training becomes a little more challenging with those that are unfamiliar.
This is
Not
true,
a bad idea. He looks over to Malik and gives him a wave, as in a go handle that. And Malik snaps a salute and jogs off towards the E03. We should retire to somewhere a little quieter. Because the Rock of Broad, huh?
Agreed.
That is devastating news. Come with me. And he spins on his good leg and starts walking away. The 6 of his guards, 3 on either side, fall in behind him and begin following him.
Yeah, well, follow along. And I will, knowing that Jade is stealthed away, very, very loudly just kind of say, "We're going with the big cat guy. Find us later."
I don't think Jade hears them.
No, not at all. The Bulladora turns, as I said, and begins walking away, and he leads you up through the main throughway that you were on. Around you, you can see what are purely functional buildings. They're designed in squares. It is literally just a shelter for someone to sleep and live within. You can see and smell the sense of polishing powder, of blade oil, of gun oil, and of all the other scents that one might associate with a barracks or a military training yard of a sort. The people around you, most of whom are wearing uniforms, run to and fro on different tasks and whatnot that they're being sent on. There seems to be a general franticness about everyone since this attack has happened, and you actually notice more people heading towards or the opposite direction of you than are heading the same direction. In fact, the group of you with Bolodora seem to be sort of running against the tide, as it were. Ahead of you, you notice a large plane of metal slowly working its way down a pair of struts. And as it gets to just about where you can see on top of it, you can see that there are roughly 30 people standing on top of it, all in formation. You hear the call of a "ready," and then the hydraulics of this elevator fall into place, the kshunk, as the mechanics seal it where it is for safety. And the person you heard yell "ready" in a slightly more nicer uniform, these folks are wearing purple and gold, you notice. And they head off and start jogging in formation towards where the attack happened.
Write that down. Purple and gold.
Bolodora sort of regards them with a passive look, but many of his soldiers are showing what is very, very ill-veiled disdain for this other group of soldiers. Bullador leads you onto this elevator, and it begins lifting off. Are any of you doing anything while you're on the elevator? It's about 300 feet across by 200 feet deep.
And so you mentioned that Elo is basically kind of giving them not really the stink eye, but like looking down on the purple and gold soldiers, or vice versa.
You can make an insight check to determine.
Roll
I
them,
would-
baby. Show us what they see.
Oh, that
it.
is an 8.
Bullador doesn't seem to be at all phased by them, and the soldiers themselves in the purple and gold don't seem to be paying any mind to him either. It's the soldiers that are following Elo that are showing the disdain towards the other soldiers, the ones that just came down on the elevator.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I probably don't clock that. It, other than like maybe they just don't like each other, kind of thing. So continuing on.
Yep. After a moment, you feel the elevator shift and lurch and begin to slowly, elevate. It takes about a full 5 minutes for it to reach the upper part of Kaiser Dome. In the meantime, as you continue on your way up, before you reach the halfway point, you actually feel the oxygen getting thinner. And someone off to the side calls for, "Get the bubble." And a moment later, you feel a sort of a membrane expand over the elevator, and you can then breathe easily again. You lift out of the air bubble of Donan, or Lower Kaiser Dome, and then travel through about 300 feet of the Astral Sea itself. And after another 300 feet, you begin to enter the bubble of the upper part of Kaiser Dome. And then the bubble around the elevator subsides. The elevator clicks into place, and around you on the upper level, you could see that this is where people live. This is where people do commerce. They exist. There's much more greenery up here. In fact, you seem to be off to the side of what looks to be a park. And as you stand, as you come up to the right, you see that there are houses. They are crudely built, and many of them seem to be made out of scrap or fixed up with chunks of materials that you don't really recognize, or materials that don't seem to go there. Some are cement and wood. Some seem to be made out of chunks of metal, but it's all simple. It is clear that the people who live here live hard. It is a difficult place to live, living on the, as was stated, the butt crack of nowhere, especially when it's a place that is continuously under siege. Bullador leads you through the park and towards a building just on the other side of the park. Have any of you heard of the Bar Bastion?
Have I?
Have any of us heard of the Bar Bastion?
Tin Man, I would like you to make a history check at advantage.
Hey, this was on the study sheet. Why don't you remember it?
Yeah. That's a 6. Oh, 14.
You recall the Bar Bastion being one of the few places that people could regularly find the Silver Liner. It was something of his favorite establishment, without him having said it himself. I see a note of recognition in your eyes, Autognome. Do you know of this place?
Heard a thing or two. Certainly nowhere near here, though.
Yes, it is a bit out of the way. What's worse is it's beneath Tower Jennymead, so I don't often get to visit. However, Cads is off gallivanting, not watching his tower, and so I take that responsibility personally. And I will go to whatever establishment I damn well please.
Is there something going down at that particular establishment?
At the Bar Bastion? Only that I've been going there since I was young, and they know me there. Something of a local celebrity there, though, if I'm honest. When the entire population of Kazerdone is fewer than 2,000 people, everybody gets to know each other.
All stuck together on a floating rock, right? I know that
Something
feeling.
of that sort.
All right. Well, if this is our quiet spot, could certainly be worse dives.
The Bar Bastion is, like I said, set on the far side of this park. Its walls are of a pristine white, some sort of marble or other stone that is smooth and a sheen of white. It is accented with deep mahogany wood, so dark brown woods. And on the very front, the door itself has a large captain's or a ship steering wheel on the door. Right now, the place seems to be relatively quiet, but as you approach the Boladora and his soldiers, the soldiers move ahead, open the door for him, and they hold it for you as you enter as well. Are you entering the bar?
Yeah, Nico, without question. I'm in.
Nico just works his way and kind of look up at Valen, see what he does.
And my mask is shaking, yes.
All right, then we make our way in.
All right. As you enter the bar, the first thing that strikes you is the scent of smoke, of some sort of cigar or tobacco smoke. It is strong, but it has a sort of aroma, a more pleasant, fruity-like aroma to it. The ambient chattering of a few of the of the regulars sitting at the bar, which sort of dominates one wall of this establishment, with much of the rest of it being open floor plan and the far back having closed booths that one could rent or take, should they be of high enough stature. Let me get one little piece of information here.
I do love the information. Give me the information.
The first thing to strike you, the floor itself is made of the same mahogany, the dark brown, very nicely oiled. This place is very well kept despite the age you can see on almost everything. The bar itself, like I said, has a couple of regulars sitting at it. Two of them are conversing. There's one of the booths is taken up. And behind the bar, you see a mid-height copper dragonborn. He's got a towel slung over one shoulder, and he's got a large tankard in one hand doing the bartender thing of cleaning the glass out. He looks up. "Elo, you're back. Nice to have you." "It's good to be back. Do you have my booth ready?" "Of course. It's always yours. You know where to find it." Boladora, he nods just as Tin Man did, and starts heading back towards one of the booths. As he reaches it, he waves over his shoulder at his guards, and they take up positions both inside the front door and outside of the booth. He parts the velvet curtain and steps inside. Inside, you see what looks to be a rectangular table with a rounded booth seating arrangement in the back, and he takes his spot at the far back. He motions, "Please take your seat."
Yeah, I will take a seat very quietly, trying not to let my mask fall off, and like scooch over. And
Tin Man, Nico.
Yeah.
Tin Man losing it.
I just imagine a waitress walks by. Darling, can you give me a booster seat?
Yes.
I'll get that for you, darling.
Much obliged.
Is it covered in stickers and like cutely? Is it adorable? Oh my god!
I hope it is.
Would you like one that keeps your dignity, or are you just looking for anything that'll prop you up?
Dignity and tact preferred.
Understood. I'll be right back. She
Got a Hello Kitty side.
It's got little bells and like crayon.
Ching, 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 ching.
Yes, go ahead, Nico.
So you said you frequent this place, but he's saying it's been a while since you've been here. What's going on with that?
Busy lately, I bet.
Precisely. There hasn't been much time for luxury. On a day like this, at this time, this place would typically be packed. But those that would frequent here, save for those that are here, are either busy or dead. Say, after a moment, there is a rapping on the wood outside of the booth, and the velvet curtains pull back, and the waitress has this odd, like, spring contraption with a seat in it, and she hands it to you, and it's very rusty and rickety. So every time you shift or move, there's a very audible. She apologizes profusely. I'm so sorry, darling. We haven't had to use this. This is an officer's bar. There's not really children that come here. And most of the shorter folk, they don't really care if they sit a little beneath the level.
I fully understand. I'll make use with this.
Of course. Let me know if there's anything I can get for you.
Much obliged.
She nods and steps away. The curtains close.
Lean over to Nico. Dwarven folk don't tend to care, so I'm going to guess they probably don't get a whole lot of halflings or gnomes around here. It's okay, I understand.
Go ahead.
Nico clearly not understanding because Nico's it's like, you just change your shape. If you need to be taller, just be taller.
Bolidora.
Villain is absolutely trying to hold in the biggest laugh possible. Trying to
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Big audible guffaw.
Oh yes. There it
is. You let out that quick guffaw, and he does make noise.
And then I'll do like this over my mask.
All right. Seeing this, look, I'm gonna whisper to Valen, like, dude, this guy's on the up and up. He knows somebody that's really close to me. You can take the mask off.
And then I'll like put my hands on the table, like all dramatic, like looking around, even though no one's paying attention. And then I'll remove the mask and sit at the table and just kind of wait.
Yes, he is overly dramatic. Elo.
I see. Well, like I said, Canadex did not warn me about who was coming, but in his way, he was uncomfortably accurate.
Yeah, I did notice that a lot. It's really strange.
Yeah, it's... Anyway. He was subtle while he was here, and he really only spoke to myself and a few of my aides. But he didn't really explain why. And I was hoping that you might elucidate on that some.
Well, DM, could I? Probably not, because as far as Nico knows, he's been like that the whole time. Like, he's never really said much of anything.
Correct.
Yeah, no. That's him. Like, some days he will just dump a bunch of stuff on you, and other days he's like, yeah, this, and you're like, why? That's it. He just leaves it at that, and he's right. I don't get it.
Thanks, Dad.
But no, it's not like a dad kind. Oh, that's right. You're not even there.
Yeah. Just Nico talking to himself.
In Nico's defense, I'm pretty certain he sees everyone that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had requested access to some maintenance ports down in Donan. And after a scuffle, and we had heard some fighting or some chaos down there, he hauled himself out alongside his Rygar friend, and he just told me it was ready, and that the next part would arrive in 3 weeks. And to the day, here you are.
Where? Show me.
We will get to that. Right now, I have my own questions, and I'm sure you have plenty yourself.
Tin Man kind of leans over to Valen. Why does it always feel like we're dancing to someone else's tune?
I'm just glad it's not someone I know's tune.
Just glad it's not a tune that comes out from under a hat. Because information is power. That is why you are always dancing to someone else's tune. But you have as much information that I want as I have that you want. And so, instead of dancing to my tune or me to yours, perhaps we shall dance together.
That's the best dang suggestion I've heard in some time.
So you mentioned that something happened to the Rock of Brawl.
And I'm gonna.
Nico very dramatically just looks directly at Valen. Would you care to explain?
We're just both looking at Valen.
How's it going? My name's Valen Yosai. Okay. While we were
just checking to see if he recognizes you.
Rock of Brawl, some things that I can't very well explain easily had happened. One of which being the Xerixian Navy showing up and obliterating it. I would be surprised if there's anything left. It does appear they have released some type of new weapon that we don't know much about, other than it's very destructive. And that's really all we know. And I'm going to look over at the guys and side eye. And we just ran. A portal opened up. Out of necessity, we went through it. On the other side, we encountered an anomaly of which I can't speak of too in depth right now. I don't fully understand. It may have been some type of mass psychosis or mass hallucination.
It was clowns. It was clowns.
We don't like to use the C word around here. So it could have been a mass hallucination. We haven't verified that. It was very dangerous. We were able to defend ourselves. And shortly after, we were brought to the wonderful docks here, needing some help. And
so just to fill in the...
we got to your docks here for help, we were met with what I can only explain as nightmare fuel. And I'm a little confused. You know? Just like you.
You, did you hear news or tale of Rediclax's merger day? Prince Andrew? Sorry. go ahead.
Yes, the prince, the leader of the Rock of Brawl. I'd heard of it coming up. Paid little
Hey,
mind.
He's dead.
Rataclax?
Oh, no,
wouldn't we
no.
wish? Andrew.
Yeah.
Oh. I see. Well, he had many enemies. I can't say I'm surprised.
But if Radiclax
his-
and him worked to set this up, Radiclax didn't show up, but the Xerixians did. Why do you think that is?
It's a good question. You're implying that perhaps Rataclax and the Xerixians are working together.
It does seem awfully convenient otherwise.
What do you know of the missing princess? Isn't that connected to this as well?
Missing
There's
princess.
loose connections, but I don't think we need to make any connect any dots here.
I'd heard of Mendazia. I'd heard that Mendazia was on a tear. I hadn't heard why, but that puts a few puzzle pieces together. The last I had heard, Merger Day was meant to be an unmitigated success for both Rataclax and Andrew. Puts Andrew on the map, and Rataclax gets another trade partner not within the belt. Extends his reach, his control.
Sounds to me like someone maybe offered him a better deal.
It is a
Y'all keep
sobering
talking.
thought.
Tin Man's gonna jump down from his little high chair, kind of work his way out of the thing, out of the curtain there. Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
A little squeaky toy noise gets comes from it.
Tin Man, the moment you step out of the curtains, any and all sound from behind you ceases.
Ooh, silence.
Mm. Where are
And
you going?
Well, I think like Tin Man, we should all maybe take a trip to the little
break.
boy's room.
Yeah, let's let's take our 5-minute break. We'll be back.
Sounds good. We'll be right back.
Got caught up in it.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, what a great episode. Oh my gosh. We're going to be back shortly here, but before I take my break, I got to do a few shout outs here. Big shout out to Adam's Family Gaming. You can see them down below. Go check them out. They have all the best D&D tabletop merch. You can get shirts, you can get hoodies, all of the best classes. There's DM merch, whatever you want. And if you search DDC, you'll find some of our merch there. It's the only place you can find it. Big shout out to Mythical Meats for giving us all the lovely snacks that we've been enjoying along our table. Use DDC Live at checkout for 15% off. Big shout out to Eldritch Foundry for all the minis we've been using in Table Tales and coming up live play. And sorry, I got a hiccup. I'm so sorry. We got plenty of new content coming up here. Go to our YouTube. Check out the new instructions and tutorials on how to play the Cosmere. We're going to have a Cosmere live play, actual live play coming this summer. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. But you got to go watch our YouTubes and learn how to play so it makes sense when you get there. Go to our YouTube, watch all our past episodes. Leave a comment. Say hello. Let them know Big Matthew sent you. Hey, I really, really have to use the restroom here, so I can't stay and talk long. This is going to be, the rest of the episode is going to be great. It's been moving getting here. I'm a little upset no one recognized the line, but that's just me. So, anyways, we'll be back here shortly. Welcome back. Welcome back. We got one more minute. Marina will be joining us here shortly. Mark, this is an amazing episode. There she is. I am so excited to get back to it.
All right. Everybody back? Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So as we left off, the party was speaking. Well, the party, sans Jade, was speaking with Bolador Elo, and Tin Man had taken a moment to step away. Tin Man, what are you doing with your moment away?
I'm gonna go ramble my way up to the bar there, kind of sit, take a moment, breathe, listen to the hubbub. Sounds like the bar is pretty sparse at the moment. Kind of allow it to organically happen. Eventually, catch the bartender there. Do I draw his attention at any point?
Considering you're one of 3 people sitting at the bar, it takes probably about a minute before he looks up. You here to get something for one of your people?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a few drinks. Wet the whistle a bit back there. Keep a conversation going.
Don't try and buy Elo with drink. Just a fair warning. He's a mean drunk.
I'll keep that in mind. Do me a favor and keep his thin.
You got it. You got anything specific you're after?
No, nothing in particular. But tell me, how long you been tending these bars?
Me, well, I've been... The bar bastion is... That's a tough question. The bar bastion itself is, probably as old as Kaiser Dome, but me, I'm just the most recent purveyor of the establishment. So I've been here probably... Well, there was the first decade, and the second. Then the third. The fourth was fun. Just under 50 years.
Keep 'em busy then.
Keeping in business.
You wouldn't happen in all them 5 decades of yours to recall when the last time you might have seen the silver liner.
Whenever the silver liner came here, he liked to keep his business quiet. He was famous for being here, and that served him. People just think a local hero needs a place to unwind.
I could certainly feel that in my servos.
Well, last time he was here was maybe 6, 7 years ago.
Hmm. As far as I knew, he long since done. Maybe he is. But I keep hearing these whispers, like he's still doing something. He's still out there. That or whatever his last year was, whenever it was. He seemed to leave quite a little bit of a mess. I wasn't trying to clean up. I wasn't trying to look into it. I figure the man be probably want his affairs left to himself. Like you said, only what works best for him, right? Yet here I am, 7 years after him. If you were to happen to see him again, ghost or as in flesh, tell him the satellite kid is looking for him.
I'll do that. And, who sends the honors?
He'll know. And I'll go ahead and put a gold coin on the table.
Gold.
Just a gold.
Last I heard, gold there was outlawed in the belt.
Yeah, I recently found myself in an interesting place.
I see. Well, keep your gold. I'll take a silver instead. As tip.
Sounds good to
And
me then.
for your friend, he pulls up 3 smaller glasses and lines them up, and then he lines up another 3 on the other side. He pulls out a bottle and quickly fills each one. 3 shots for a legend. And he scoots 3 of them over to you.
Much obliged, sir.
He raises one, and he says, "To legends, sláinte." He taps on the bar, drinks.
I follow suit.
He does the same thing to the other 2.
Follow on the second one. On the third one. And to legends to be.
I like that. I like that a lot. Well, nameless auto gnome. Next time you come through, tell Boladora that maybe he should actually keep a seat for you. It's kind of rude to leave the help out.
I think the help would appreciate that. They'll go ahead and gather up a couple of drinks and head back to the booth.
He prepares your drink, sets them down, and noticing that you're trying to, in your shorter, smaller, stockier arms, carry enough drinks for 4 people, the waitress from before steps over. "Ain't nothing, darling. I got these for you. Go have your seat."
Much obliged, ma'am.
Of course. And she very expertly balances them between her fingers and moves over towards the where they are. Sorry, I'm losing my word. But and opens the slot, sets them down. On the house today.
Ooh.
Boladora gives a nod.
Velen kind
"I'll
of
settle my tab.
assumes it's because he's there.
I'll settle my tab later." She nods and closes the curtains.
Tim kind of
Jade.
settles himself back up. "Sorry, I had to go to the little tin man's room."
Jade, you're on your way back to the E03, and probably about 30 minutes has passed while these 3 have made their way up to the upper part of Kaiser Dome with Boladora Elo. What are you doing specifically in these 30-ish minutes?
I was going to follow Boswell back and hopefully get Scarlet to give me some information on Sable's whereabouts.
Scarlet heads off to work on the contacting Sable, as you had asked, and Boswell begins speaking with the individuals, the civilians or the refugees on the ship, seeing if he can use the registry that Czar and Velen had put together to help locate or even speak to folks that might have any connections that they might be able to lean on or find anything that can help in this moment. He's canvassing. You know well that might take some time, as he's got some 300 souls to speak to. And while you're sort of standing on the deck of the E03, people are filing out off of the ship, down the ship catcher, and into Kaiser Dome proper to find a spot to stay. You also notice Malik is there helping out in a fresh new uniform. You notice a single individual on the ground floor while you're up in the ship about 300 feet up, standing there staring up at you.
Can I roll perception? Do I have a read from them? Do I
You may.
know anything? I figure Jade will just kind of look off. She won't look directly at her or him, which is more of a, off the visor. See who it is.
With a 15, which I'd like to note was a roll of a 4 because you have a plus 11.
Holy
Incredible, right?
Yo, that's wild.
My eyes have
Lovely.
eyes.
Looking out the corner of your eye down to sort of gauge what they're doing or why they might be there, they're staring directly at you. And you could see one hand is held up, sort of like in front of them, like this, while the other is doing a motion like this. And you notice they're reflecting a light up at you, sort of a Morse code, as it were. Once they, or do you look at them in any specific manner, or are you continuing your out of your side look?
I recognize that as thieves' cant, is it not?
It is.
Yeah, I notice them. Am I able
So-
to respond?
You lock eyes with a small metal individual, an autognome. An autognome that is wearing some sort of odd wig with long tousled black hair. And you can see that sort of painted or written on the chest with some sort of metal or marker is a small red gem. Their hands shift from reflecting the light to a rabbit, and then a rabbit moving quickly, and then I don't have the hand signal for it, but then, well, actually, I might. A fox chasing that rabbit, and then they put 2 fingers behind their head.
Jade will follow suit. Chase the rabbit, as it were.
It gives a quick nod, seeing that you've recognized, and it starts moving off into a specific direction towards one of the darker areas or darkened areas of the Dome-In area of the Kaiser Dome. So the areas that are no longer being worked on or beyond repair. And you say you follow?
I follow. I make sure I have a couple daggers on me, of course. Pat myself before I go.
Mm-hmm. How are you following, and what demeanor are you following them?
I hug corners. I hug shadows. I just,
Mhm.
it walks 5 or 10 feet. I tail, kind of thing. I don't immediately walk suit. I would assume as we get closer to this darkened corner, I eventually head in.
He leads you, or it, I should say, leads you around some buildings towards some darker corners, but every time you think that they have stopped, they disappear around another corner. After a little bit of this cat and mouse, maybe a couple of minutes, the autognome stands in a dead end facing away from you. He seems to be scrawling something on the wall.
I know what that is.
I wasn't sure you'd find me, Jade.
I have a feeling I know who you are. Do you want to announce yourself?
He turns around, and it is simply an autognome of a common make, but in the darkness, with the wig and with the reflective red on the chest, is the unmistakable silhouette of Yarrow. I understand I don't look as you remember me.
I'm sorry. I know this is like a serious moment, but all I can think of is that scene from, I think it's the third Austin Powers movie, where two people are talking, but he's talking through a random mime who's doing the communication for her.
She's like snapping and everything.
Foxy Cleopatra. Yes, thank you.
I needed to get your attention, but we cannot speak in the open, as is common for our type.
Of course. I imagine you have a lot to say.
I do.
Jade doesn't really look at him so much as she looks away and kind of puts her back to a wall and folds her arms, awaiting his spiel.
I apologize. My wife has just brought to my attention on that comment that Foxy Cleopatra in Austin Powers 3 was Beyonce.
Yeah.
Told me this.
Yeah. It's like one of her first roles when she was in doing movies.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
Yeah. It's a great movie, Goldmember.
Oh, you can't make him like that anymore.
First,
culture.
First, an answer to a question I'm sure you have. Whatever your Tin Man did to me, it has unshackled me.
My Tin Man?
Yes, the autonome that you travel with. He shot me.
How did he shoot you?
He has what's called a condenser unit. I'm not entirely sure about the details or how it works, but I do know that Magdalena wants it desperately.
She always wants something. You're saying he shot you? That's why you're not...
That's why I'm not as handsome as I was, yes.
Oops.
But Jade, I don't have much time while I'm still tethered to this vessel.
You're tethered to the vessel? You're not
Barely.
corporal? Barely. Okay.
Someone did help me be here to speak to you. I'm still unsure, but in a moment of weakness, I accepted.
Jade's gonna reach into her neck and she's gonna pluck her Jade Fox pendant and she'll show it to him. Well, not really show it to him, more of like she'll just kind of hold it in her hand as she speaks to him. I never let go of it. I still have it. That's how you found me, isn't it?
The Astral Sea is interesting like that, isn't it?
It is.
Where the thought of someone can draw you to their side in a moment.
It can.
Transcending time. Distance. But Mother is moving. Elodra was sent to collect the dove, just as you were sent to collect the seed, and I was sent to collect that ship. We cannot allow Magdalena to get her hands on all three.
Of course not. That goes without question, but now that you mention it, of course, I will do everything in my power to prevent that from happening. You know that.
Of course. There was another thing. He reaches into a pocket on the vest he's wearing, and he holds out a black card on cardstock with a silver outline on it and your own name written on it. It seems the Mother, Our Lady, no longer holds the door open for you, Jade. But I think that that means that she does not want you in Renasus.
Is that what I think it is?
It is. Elodra had it. It seems that she had a secondary objective. It wasn't just to recover the dove. It was to eliminate you.
That goes without saying. I could have read that.
Of course. You always were clever.
She's not very subtle.
When is she ever?
She's really not.
But subtlety came with the other person that went with her. You wouldn't have known, and I didn't know, except for, well, a moment of intervention, but Morana was also present on the Rock of Bra. Why Morana is not in the vestiges of the garden is beyond me. But perhaps... Carry on.
I'm surprised Morana could even move. I assumed that Morana was stationary.
As did I.
The fact that it could move. Is that why you're wearing this?
I'm wearing this because I cannot find my body.
Did Morana give this to you?
No, I found this myself. Found this in a workshop. Yes.
Is it my understanding that it's the autognome was kind of possessed by his energy and is speaking to Marina?
Yes.
Okay.
But Jade, again, I do not have much time left. I become untethered by the moment, and just, if I'm honest, the one thing keeping me here is an anchor, and that anchor is you. But we've been through so much, but this is still alien to me. I've always been able to trust myself. And now there is no self. I can't have a smoke. But sorry, I digress. You were saying.
Now you see tears well in Jade's eyes, but she keeps listening to what he's saying.
Back to the topic at hand. Lady Silhouette has also disappeared. Shortly after we discovered your mission was a failure, Mother and Morana had spoken at length. Something is moving, but Magdalena's unwavering eye cannot see, and I believe that is why she has Morana mobile now.
It's very Go ahead.
Yeah, but judging by the fact that you are still alive, speaks that Elodra was ineffective. And, say for Sadie, she was your biggest detractor.
Sadie, okay?
I do not know.
I'll just find out in my dreams when
I'm not convinced this isn't all just some uncomfortable dream in and of itself. I'm not sure that Magdalena doesn't already have me in her snare and she's toying with me.
Probably toying with me through you, to be honest. Yeah, we know she'll do that. But either
there's
way.
one... Sorry, say the piece.
You're giving me incredible amounts of information, so continue.
It is quite literally the least I can do in this moment, Jade. To see that, in some small way, I can still look over you. I'm not gone, and I will not be gone. But I fear losing myself. Because when I am not tethered, I am awash in the astral sea. The boundaries of my mind fade and shimmer. There's always been one thing that we have had that Magdalena nor our situation could ever take from us. And it is the one thing that keeps me in this body in this moment. He steps forward and reaches out a hand.
Jade gives her a hand.
Jade, I have about 60 seconds. And when I'm out there, I feel lost. Be my roots. Something to ground me, please. To prove to me that I am not under Sadie's influence, that I'm not being toyed with by Magdalena.
Of course.
Tell me that I can trust you.
Jade just wraps him in her arms. And she nods.
There's a moment of pause, and the mechanical arms wrap around you in turn. And a soft whisper comes from his mouth. Please say the words, Jade.
What words are they, DM?
Please tell me I can trust you.
You can trust me.
And as the last syllable leaves your mouth, the autonome goes limp in your arms.
It's like watching a Spanish telenovela. I wish I understood what was going on. It's incredible.
On
Man.
the wall behind him, etched in some sort of chalk, is "Find Elodra to Swar."
She nods. She understands what that is.
Swar sounds familiar. Have I heard that word before?
You
Yes.
have. In fact, it's kind of important to you.
Players, remind me. What is Tiswar?
Remember that puzzle that was like really easy that Mark gave us that we couldn't figure out
Yeah.
with the letters?
Yeah, like all puzzles. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's spelled out Twiswar.
Yeah.
And Tiswar is also
Base Kelp.
one. Yes, Tiswar is also near the One Brothers of Grey base, and it is also very nearby the Dodge, where you helped with the mining company.
Okay. Yep. It's all coming back to me now. Sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta breathe. I wasn't even in that scene.
That was
Oh.
tough. That was a good one, guys.
So,
Okay.
is he gone, or is he grounded? I'm confused. Was he like with Jade? We don't know. He just dissolved into dust.
Wait, he handed you something.
Black card.
Oh,
Sounds like he's gone for the moment, but
Yeah.
the way the Astral Sea works, so long as you keep him in mind, he could potentially come back. You can be an anchor for him to rematerialize in the future.
yeah,
That's what I gathered. Yeah.
just anchor yourself.
Seems to me like the Jade Fox has a hard time doing that.
It seems Mark will catch us. It seems very secret history-esque.
Jade, in the base of your spine, you
Cherry cola.
feel a tension and anxiety. It seems that whatever Yaroslav said has had an effect on Ephemera as well.
I figured as much.
I apologize for intruding. Her voice speaks into your ear.
You're not intruding so much as you're always present, dear. I'm sorry you had to see that.
I'm not. A queen needs a heart. And for a moment, I knew what it felt like to have one.
Surely you've had lovers in your past. Haven't you?
She fades back and stops speaking.
Touched a nerve there.
Figured as much.
Don't misunderstand, Jade. There's still much we don't know about each other. Tin Man, Valen, and Nico. Let me get back to the other notes. Give myself a moment to breathe.
Oh man, yeah.
He's over here throwing back drinks.
Nico's half naked, just spinning on the table.
Half? You put on pants?
Hey.
He is
We're on
more
public.
clothed now.
Okay. Now we have to blur him at all times.
No, see, it's the opposite. We're playing like we're drinking and stripping, and Nico's just putting on everybody's clothes while they're all getting naked.
He's got Tin Man's hat on.
Yeah.
Marina, for that just incredible scene as it was, I'm going to give you inspiration.
Great work.
Lovely.
Boladora sits at the end of the table watching Valen and Nico doing some sort of strip poker. And Tin Man very much on the other side of the table, mirroring Elo's own just bewilderment. I am not familiar with this game. I only know steady nines.
Ooh.
They're just blowing off some steam. It's been a stressful week.
Yes, as we were discussing, you had some souls aboard your vessel that need kept.
That's 300, and like Nico will just rip off the exact count.
Yes, 284 falls within the purview of some.
When we were on our way out, it looked like there may have been a volunteer militia of sorts materializing to help cover our leave. I'd like to think that the rock isn't completely removed from the Astral Sea, as it were, but whatever condition it's in, it's not ready to take back more refugees. If we can get something positioned for these folks, something temporary, I'm sure they'll, in due course, make their way back home or back to others and elsewhere, but for now, that ship's a walking death trap. As our illustrious friend here just said, we seem to be a bit of a beacon for trouble, mass psychosis or otherwise. I'd much rather these folks be somewhere safer than in our hole right now.
It is interesting that you call yourself a beacon for trouble. That is quite literally what Khazad-dûm is made for. We are made to take the brunt of the unheards and unmentionables that decide to make themselves known to the more material individuals.
Like that little aberration ordeal.
Yes. Yes, I do believe that whatever they're after, it could very well simply be the annihilation of Khazad-dûm. But I am not convinced, as the very beacon that is supposed to draw them in has ceased working. It seems to be transmitting on a different signal now, and even our most technically capable are incapable of figuring out as to why.
You say signal. So, let me get this right. You had a device that was transmitted as a beacon.
Correct.
Serving to bring in troublemakers and questionables.
Aberrants. Correct.
Okay. Slightly confused as to why you'd want to bring them here, but now you say it's transmitting.
It's the death cake. You bring them here so you can fight them in your known territory.
Fish in a barrel.
Precisely. And so
But
that
they're
they
coming
don't
prepared
slip.
now.
Yes.
I mean, sorry. A beacon for aberrant things. They're intelligent. You're lit.
You don't understand something about the Veil, my friend. The Veil does not follow the typical laws of the planets and places you or I might have been. It doesn't even follow the typical laws of Khazad-dûm. So when they emerge from wherever they are, the beacon is meant to set up in an individual place for them to do so. That way, they do not simply appear in city centers or where people are living.
As we nearly saw today.
Correct. Thankfully, much of their attention seems to be in Donan. I'm unsure as to why, but they seem to like or enjoy carving the place up. They've done so in a few different ways. The most recent you've seen is new to us. Some sort of psionic or energy drill that just carves through the steel.
Yeah, that was
How
mighty
long has this been-
terrifying.
How long has this been going? And actually, Mark, Nico would have hoped, like, during the attack, tried to figure
Yes.
out, like, signatures. It, like, Glean's like, okay, was it gravitational based? Like, is it in Nico's wheelhouse?
What you had gleaned from having witnessed it from the distance that you did, not an incredible distance as it were, was that it seemed to be almost a blunt weapon approach, as it was simply some form of energy. In this case, Bolidor has confirmed that it's some sort of psionic energy that is being sort of whipped into a fury and then contained to sort of destroy or uproot whatever is in its field of influence.
So kind of like thinking like continuous flame, but in
Yes.
It's like
Except for
Okay.
like it continues to shoot through.
antimatter, basically.
no.
And-
Like Nico going through is doing the permutations on magic and just trying to figure out. Okay, so no, you're onto something. It's not. They're not cutting up your city. They're searching for something. What? How long has this been going on?
The signal ceased about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not entirely certain as to the exact, but the attacks have been happening more and more often. I do believe that they understand that we are vulnerable, and should we manage to turn the beacon back on somehow, they know that they will be thwarted again. Kick us while we're down.
That's where I'm confused. If you
It
say
could
the
be that
beacon,
they're just looking for the beacon then.
no, I'm convinced that they're looking for the beacon, but I'm confused. You said the beacon is bringing them here. The beacon is meant to bring them here. Now the beacon is not functioning, and they're still coming here.
They want to kill
Yes.
it before it comes back online. It brings them here in a controlled and manageable manner. I guess you'd say it's the difference between approaching a castle with kill holes versus approaching a castle with the gate wide open.
Very eloquently said.
They want to make sure the gate stays open permanently.
Where is this beacon? Do you move it? Is it?
That, I believe, is why Canadex was here, but I have no proof as to why. The beacon itself was made when Khazad-dûm was created, and we have only been told about it. It is somewhere within the machinations of Khazad-dûm itself.
Well,
All right. Well,
maybe we
If
can
we don't
get-
know where it is, they cannot get that memory from us.
Maybe we can get our ship unloaded. We go back. Maybe we can help you out with this problem here.
That would be fantastic. And if I may, I also have one other request to make.
I'm sorry, I don't do autographs.
Who are you?
I thought you were gonna ask for mine.
Please continue.
That genuinely actually threw me for a second. Give me a sec.
That was brilliant.
Go ahead. Yeah. As I had mentioned before, that Cad Sipston of House Jennymead has gone off on some sort of bender and hasn't been back for several weeks now. He's been less than helpful while he's here, but he's more harmful when he's not. As for where he is, I do not know, but I do know that Cell of House Lakin, their wall guard, might have some information. And considering the fact that House Tower Lakin has not been attacked this time, she might have a defense figured out that we don't. So I would like you one of you, all of you, I care not, to perhaps speak to her or some of hers to determine on the sly if they have some sort of hidden defense mechanism that we might take advantage of.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a problem really at all. The elite group of individuals we've assembled here could easily accomplish this task.
Of course, anything that we do come to learn, we're but vagrants. The memory stays with us. We don't stay on the dome.
Precisely. You're, we can say, expendable, however, I do not consider you so.
I understand pragmatism in the grand scheme of things. Not the first time I've been called expendable. Anything else while we're here?
Do you have any other questions for me?
When was the last time you heard word from Renasus?
Renasus sends us supplies once a month. And save for the representative of the house there, we hear very little.
You
Very well.
you mentioned Bladar and Canadex were here 3 weeks ago.
Bladar, that was her name. Should be easy to remember considering she carries a massive blade on her back.
One quick question for you there.
One moment. What was your question, Nico?
Oh, you said they were here 3 weeks ago. Can you
Correct.
show me where?
You just arrived. How about you get some rest? Tomorrow morning, I will take you there.
Sounds good.
If we're lucky, we won't see another attack for another week.
Hey, real quick, old timer. You don't get too many
Yes.
Astral elves out this way, do you?
No, not really. Just the ones that pass through and the ones that live here now.
That explains a lot. Cool. Wait, some live here now?
Astral elves of any stripe. None that I would recognize as Rixian, as you might be concerned of.
I mean, I wasn't concerned, but thank you for crushing those concerns if I had them.
Of course, I don't keep an eye out for them particularly. They've done no harm to me, but I've only heard bad things about them.
Yeah, great people.
Great people.
And then
I'll take that under advisement.
I'll start getting up and heading for the door to head back to our ship.
I'll see you in the morning. First
Bright
bell.
and early.
He gives a wave and sits back.
As I all leave, it's I'm gonna ask him. What happened to your leg?
Nico, you can't just ask people that.
You guys aren't there. I waited for you to leave.
Have you ever heard of a ship referred to as the Galatine?
No.
Well,
Wait. Yes. Actually,
Nico.
well,
friends of mine. A friend of mine. What? It's a friend of mine was brought to the Rocker Brawl on it.
Well,
I think.
the former owner or captain of the Galatine, before I presume whoever owns it now in the Rocket Brawl, used to be a native tutorial. I fought him once. It was the last time I ever fought.
Did he?
Terrifies me.
What was it, Nico?
So he gave you the injury?
Yes. He was a red dragon named Dramax.
I will summon just the leg part of my armor, more or less like the struts, but like, what if I could give you some of the mobility back? Build you a brace.
He lifts his cane and sets it on the table, and he looks down wistfully at it for a moment, and you hear a click, and he pulls the head of it off, and a beautifully delicate, thin, dragon spine sword pulls out of the cane. Like it's got spikes in the back like a dragon. I do well now, but it is always at the back of my mind to be back in the fight. He snaps it closed. Show me a prototype. What you recommend or whatever you suggest has been suggested before.
Look, you said you're gonna. We got until tomorrow before you get to take me. What do you got in terms of supplies around here? Where can I?
Well,
Where are the tinkerers?
You're looking
Don't know that.
You're looking for Rowdy's. Rowdy's Recycling. It's just down the road, as most things are. It's run by the Rowdy brothers.
And then Nico will say, the prototype, might do you one better. Nico gives him that fake wink. Like Nico's face will just Nico's face will grow eyes just to wink once and leave.
It's like it's got like an eye ridge, like there's barely the shape of an eye indent, and it like winks.
He's got the Pepsi Man thing going.
Like flubber something.
And then
Flubber.
And then you cut to me and Tin Man, and I'm trying to teach him how to do the robot dance. I'm like, no, you got to move your arms more robotic, dude.
And just Tin Man's holding his belt doing a two-step. Like, it's all he knows.
Am I doing it right?
Line dancing.
Nico, as you go to leave, Rotus, the barkeeper, calls out to you. I heard you were heading down to the Rowdy Boys.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, keep your head about you. Things tend to explode around them.
Really? Oh, and like Nico gets
Don't
way
sell it
more excited.
Don't
He's
sell
like,
him more.
Wait. How often are we talking?
I mean, it'd be uncommon if you didn't hear it at least twice a day.
God, this is the greatest place ever.
You just like run past me and Tin Man like dancing.
Oh, 100%. Nico is full on like,
what the heck? Where the heck he's going? And,
the Rowdy Boys or something like that. The stuff explodes. I'm gonna build a leg. I'll catch you guys later. That's all you hear.
Man. Rowdy Boys, stuff explodes, build a leg. He'll see us later.
All right.
Be careful. It's like a gift bunk in there.
Ooh. My olfactory senses are already tingling.
And then
Nico's like arms just up in the air, like 100% just punching the air the whole way.
and I'll turn.
Let's
to
go
Tin
secure
Man
ourselves a place to rest.
and, like, what do you think of this dance move? And like do a robot kick the foot like 2-step.
Now that I can see catching on in Renaissance.
And I'll start like dancing my way out behind you as we go.
Go on, Captain. Let's go find ourselves to lay our heads.
Yeah.
And I think we're a couple minutes early, but I think that's a good place to stop it for the night.
Oh, that was a great episode. Thank you for all that tuned in. That was amazing. Thank you all who played in it tonight, that showed up. Thank you so much. It was such a great one. Oh my gosh. Finally got my mask off.
Feels good to be back.
Yes, it does. It feels great.
It's good to have
be
you.
back. Hey, we're going to be live all this week on the March for Cyberstan. We're going to be playing some new games. We got some new shows coming out. Big shout out to all of our partners. Big shout out to Adams Family Gaming over at Etsy. Go check them out at etsy.com/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. Get some merch. Tell them the DDC sent you. I'm getting out of here. I don't know what you guys are up to, but this was amazing. Mark, what do you got for us, buddy?
Well,